doing it wow. Doing it wow. She come from Queens. I'm straight out of Brooklyn.
Going.
Yo.
Okay.
Okay.
We are go.
Woo!
Ow! 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 Ow!
Ow, ow, ow! Did y'all ever see Zootopia?
Yes.
Yeah. When they
Sorry.
just started to howl to distract all the dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So genius. It's a howl. It's a howl.
Fucking chain reaction.
Hell yeah, dude.
Good shit. You know what I forgot? Our mood lights.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get it moody.
Moonlighting.
Moody's. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Welcome
Scott.
back. I'm Trey.
And I'm Phil.
Heyo.
Yeah.
We are.
And this week we're talking about Venom. Hey, y'all, who wants some carnage?
I like it, man. He texted, "Hey, why don't we do that Venom
Something
something
carnage.
carnage?"
It's the dumbest fucking
The
title
Lethal
for a
Protector.
movie.
We'll get to that.
So,
What do you think of this? Holy shit! It's been like 4 or 5 podcasts since we've even done that.
we've
Yeah,
done that.
it's been a minute.
We keep
yeah,
forgetting
bringing it back.
our tagline. You know? Right. Good job, guys.
We
Good
get too
job.
excited
We're
to
getting- we're getting
talk
better.
to you all, you know.
We've got so much shit
We'll
to
work
talk
on it.
about
We
this
got
time, too.
so much stuff.
uh,
The news is going to be a long one, guys. I
Yeah.
might actually have to start putting in time codes again for
Yeah,
this episode.
Right, seriously, there's a lot.
We need to start doing time codes, and we need to start breaking off little videos and having them as sections too. We gotta.
I'm working on it.
Well, we all need to be working on it. I feel you. It's not just a you thing, man.
Yeah,
I want to help too.
Well, if we could just stop working our other jobs,
Yeah.
and do all this
All the time.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, your experience would increase. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it would,
Remember,
just please,
it's all for you.
it's
Good
all
or
for
better
you.
and more often.
If you can just absolve us from actually having to work.
Yeah, that's
That
it.
And
That's all we need.
this work,
Yeah.
it'll get so much better. Off of
So much
Quality
much.
through the roof.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Full commitment.
Well, hey, I want to start off by welcoming our 2 new followers. We
Absolutely.
got Advent Rip, which I hope that's
I hope it's
Advent,
not.
yeah,
Not Rip
know.
Advent.
Rest in
no,
peace,
Rest in peace,
dog.
Advent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, thank you. Thank
And
you for the follow.
Cyber, hey, look
And
here. We got
Advent.
Advent Rip right
Hey,
here
what's
on
up?
it.
Welcome.
What's up, Advent?
What's up?
Welcome to the chat.
All right. So, I mean, but Advent, you're not speaking from the grave, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
You're
right.
still
you're
alive.
still alive and well. You're still good.
Yeah. We care.
We've summoned
And
them.
then Cyber, what it was
Cyber
that?
Yukon.
Yukon.
Yeah. Welcome, Cyber.
Welcome to the family.
Absolutely.
To
be
be
determined.
Love
Best response.
Absolutely. Well, we'll try not to bore you to death.
We'll bore you back
God.
to
Back
life.
to life. That's
Absolutely.
right.
There we are.
Fuck! I thought I was over this.
But boredom will be involved in one way or another.
Fact. Hard fact.
Definitely in the later half of this episode. Anyway,
Yes. Ooh.
so what you guys been doing? I mean, we might as well go ahead and start with the big.
Yeah.
Biggest thing that's
Trey.
happened.
What
Well,
have you been doing all week?
A week went by? Like, I don't even know.
The whole week?
Yeah, man. It's been Endwalker.
Hell yeah.
You know, and all of the thoughts that, what if Endwalker isn't what we wanted? What if
Right.
it doesn't deliver to the lofty levels that we really expected? You can put all that shit aside. It hits on every beat,
Nice.
Yeah. The story takes a little bit of time to kind of get rolling, because they're introducing you to new areas and new people. But once that story starts moving, man, and I mean, spoiler free, I'm not going to talk about it quite yet. It's going to get you. It's going to get you. There have already been a couple moments that have been tear-inducing, some of those just out of pure delight, just getting super excited.
How's the moon?
The moon's nice.
Yeah.
I made it to the moon. Yeah, boots on the moon.
Boots on the
Boots
moon.
on the moon. And so one thing I will tell anybody who's playing the game, Because the way that Final Fantasy works is whenever you get to a new area, you have to go and attune to these ether currents in order to unlock flight. Some of these are locked behind quests, and some of them you actually have to travel to, but they only give you access to certain parts of each area as you progress through the story, right? Yeah. So when you get to one area, go ahead, look around, get your ether currents, move to the next part of that story, then get those as well. It's going to cost you $30. Get the motorcycle. Get the SDS Fenrir because its mount speed is already cranked up.
Yeah.
So you're moving way faster than everybody else.
And so Fenrir, huh?
Fenrir.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same bike from Advent Children.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you want to have it anyway.
Absolutely.
But it definitely gives you that one benefit.
Is it so shiny too?
It is not.
Oh.
I mean, it's sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was so shiny.
Right. No, it ain't that shiny. It ain't that shiny. That thing, man, it's like it looks like sometimes like it's held together with duct tape. Like, you got to do a lot of work on it. But the game itself, like mechanically, it's so much better. The game feels so much better. You know, there are a lot of little like filler things. Like let's say for Warrior has a 3-hit combo that will give you access to an ability called Storm's Eye, which basically increases your damage output.
Oh yeah.
And so once upon a time, even if you're fighting a big group of
mobs,
mobs,
is that like an AOE thing?
No, it's single target.
Oh.
So if you have a big group of mobs, you would have to like stop and attack one person and do that 3-hit combo. There's 3 GCDs, and in order to get that up, and then you can maintain it by using AOEs. Now, if you go out, you do your 2-hit AOE combo, it's automatically up.
That's good,
right? And so like all of those things, like there's a lot of quality of life improvements, a lot of
and that's across the board, even if you're not playing the new
exactly
area.
Exactly. They move some of the skills around, so you'll get some of the skills earlier. So if you do lower level content, it's actually more rewarding. You don't feel so nerfed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, a lot of that, man.
I bet that's really good for like newcomers. Since
absolutely.
You guys have had, just this past year, you guys had such a huge.
Well, once it stops being so fucking busy, I'm gonna play a little bit more, but I'm not even trying right now.
I expect that to stop until probably about February, because I mean, look, man, like a lot of people.
So after Elden Ring, I can come back.
Yeah, maybe it's like a lot of people are complaining about and saying that the game flopped. A lot of people are complaining because the queue times are so long, and it's like it's funny when you think about that, because what are you really saying? You're saying that this game is so popular that everybody wants to play it. So you got to stand in line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you stand in line and you get in there, just stay in there. Keep playing it. And so, I was going to be streaming it, and then I noticed that nobody's watching the streams.
Because they're all playing.
Because they're all playing the game. Like, nobody wants the story ruined for them. Nobody wants their experience ruined.
Right.
And so, like, even, like, Asmon, somebody actually typed he started playing again. He's been recovering from his mother's passing and everything. So, shout out to Asmon Gold. But somebody asked him, he's like, well, why did Final Fantasy Endwalker flop? And he's like, it's just a terrible game, man. It's a bad game. You shouldn't play it. While he's actively playing, he's just like he's trolling the trolls, man. It's just like, God, are you serious right now? It's like, dude. It's like just because people aren't watching, there aren't like 50,000 people watching streams on Twitch, which I don't know when Twitch became a metric for the success of a video game.
Fucking seriously.
Yeah, I don't know when that became a thing.
Probably around the same time that Rotten Tomatoes came a metric for movies.
Right, exactly.
And Twitter became a metric for political truth. Like seriously, Come on, guys.
Dude, what are y'all even talking about at this point? All right, pick up a controller. But it's really impressive. Reaper's really impressive. Yeah. It's so smooth.
Oh yeah.
So
what are the two new? It's Reaper and
Sage.
Okay, so that's another healer class, right?
It is. Okay. It's like a healer DPS hybrid. Like you can put this ability called Cardia on someone, and while you're attacking, as you do damage, they get healed. Whoever has Cardia on them gets healed.
Oh, whoa. So it's like a siphon. That's cool.
It's sickening. I'm not very good with it because I'm not a healer by trade. But, I mean, it is amazing. Reaper, man, just sitting there using those teleports and dashing around. Like, I mean, it's so slick. Like, it's just smooth.
Yeah.
And so Endwalker, get on it. If you haven't played Final Fantasy, don't feel like you have to rush through the game in order to get to the end, like blah, blah, blah. It's all about the journey, but when you get there, it is so worth your time.
I got one question about it.
Yes.
Is there a graphics update?
Well, the graphics update was a lot more subtle this time versus other. Like, usually, you get like a huge, massive graphics update.
Yeah.
These are more like technical updates to like animations.
Okay.
So
a
lot
stuff
of the
looks
animations are
smoother
very exactly.
nice.
Yeah, very smooth. And so because when I first loaded in, I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not that much shinier.
Yeah.
But then as you play, it's little subtle things.
Okay.
And it's just like, wow, even like swimming animations, things like that look a lot more believable.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because the game looks really good to be.
It already looked pretty awesome.
It looks really good.
How old is it now? 7, 8 years old?
This game is 10 years old, bro.
10.
That engine is 10 years old, bro. And so, like, by this point, it should be looking really, really dated.
Hell yeah.
And it just simply does not, And so,
it's good art direction.
They're just delivering. They're just giving it to us, man. It's like, it's really funny if you go back and look at Metacritic scores, because Final Fantasy 14 now has the highest Metacritic rating ever.
That's crazy.
Over all games ever. And that comes from a game that started off with, like, I think the original version of 14 got like a 49 on Metacritic, and then it's been going up and up and up with every iteration, with every expansion.
Yeah.
And so
fucking
now,
wild.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you recover.
Yep.
And so I hope CD Projekt Red is paying attention, because maybe there's hope for you.
They're crying.
That's
what they're doing.
Hey, Hello Games did it, right?
Yeah.
With No Man's Sky. And so just take your time, and over time, maybe you can give people what they want. Maybe Rockstar could maybe take some notes, because I don't know what's happening to those boys.
They only care about GTA Online. It makes them too much money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's another. Did we have that on our news?
What?
No.
GTA Online, the new expansion.
They
have a GTA Online expansion called The Contract.
Oh.
And featuring Dr. Dre. Dre is in that motherfucker. They have it is Dr. fucking Dre. The Watch. He's in there, dude. He's in there. I don't know if we'll get a Snoop cameo, because they've got some Dre tracks on there.
No, man, Snoop's making Ring Alarm videos.
I mean,
he's too busy for GTA.
Oh, he would love to be in GTA. Though
he's worried about those lurkers.
For real. Man, but outside of that, man, after the fall,
that was really fun. Yeah, we played a bit after the fall. We both picked it up. They had like an early access thing.
Yes.
It was like 2 days of early access.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about the game so far is that everybody's animations.
Well,
look
because
all,
everyone's sitting in a chair in their armchairs.
Right.
Some people are crouched down, and they're like toggled, like they have their standing toggle on, and so when they're sitting down, it makes them crouch. But they're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
And so man, it's like some people are just like really, really short.
Yep.
But it's funny, man. Okay, after the fall, for those who don't know, it is a zombie survival game. It is a 4-player zombie. Really more action, kind of like Left 4 Dead, right?
It's Left 4 Dead in VR.
Is literally that.
Yeah, it really is.
Get 4 of your friends, run out on these runs, and kill some Zambos. And it runs well.
Yeah.
It is, it's tense. It's fun.
It looks pretty goddamn good.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good.
Man.
And there's 4v4 PvP, and so there's actually like, it's funny, some people don't really chat much when you're in the lobbies. And so, man, you walk up to somebody and they'll start wiggling their finger at you.
Oh, yeah.
And that lets you know they want to play PvP.
But that makes me wonder,
so cool.
It's either got to be people that are foreign language, or they have a headset that doesn't have a mic, which there are a handful of headsets out there that don't have mics.
That's very true.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense. You put a hole right here with a mic in it.
Well, but I think when it comes to multiplayer games, in a lot of cases, a lot of people don't talk.
A lot of people just don't want to talk.
Especially with FPSs and stuff like that, and it's like, it really sucks, because sometimes when you strategize, that's where the game really shines, when you communicate.
You get the vibe going.
We had a good group.
Hey, the group that we had for After the Fall, one of the guys was trying to get his mic working, I guess, and me and him were just going off. Me and Trey were just cutting up, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, can you hear me now?"
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's like, "I've been trying to talk this whole time," but the other guy was still communicating, since it's VR, like with his hands, Because I walked up to him and I really should have called it out a little bit more. I didn't realize the impact of it. But he found a special key card that takes you to like a secret area, which we didn't get to go to. But the guy picked it up, and I was like, "Hey, what is that?" And he walked right over to me, and he was like, and he pulled the
because
thing
in
out,
VR you can shrug.
And he did this, and I was like, "Huh, okay, that looks like a key card." You know, it goes back in the thing. I was like, hang on to it. Guess what? You know?
Yeah, you can take those and actually unlock, like he said, a hidden area where you can get like additional weapons and things.
Yeah.
You actually get currency as you play and kill Zambos, and you can use that currency to not only buy weapons but upgrade your existing weapons as well. And so that's something that I really want to experiment with. Because the assault rifle is really good, but you only have 20 rounds in that magazine. I want to expand that.
Yeah.
That pistol does work.
Yeah.
Headshots feel amazing.
Yeah.
They really, really do.
Yeah, and the way the zombies react when you shoot them, like they have a good, kinematics thing going on.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. You feel like you clapped a Zambo.
Yeah. Dismemberment and headshots and all that looks satisfying when they blow up. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I've been playing a bit of that too.
Yeah.
I also beat Yuki.
Oh,
cool.
Beat it.
Yeah, I beat it. I've beaten it with the 4 air wings now, so I unlocked the 5th one. The 5th one is fucking weird.
So what's the real difference between all of the wings? Is it like the shot patterns? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like for instance, the 4 main ones. The first one, which you've played with, is just a regular pew pew laser. You know, the second one is actually rockets.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the third one. The
second
one's lock on.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one's a lock on, and it does less damage, but it doesn't really matter where you aim as
like
long as you're
Panzer
in a
Dragoon
general.
style.
Huh.
Yeah, sort of. I guess that's a good way to put it. Honestly, this game has a lot of Panzer
It does.
in it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It really does.
it's just kind of a fixed lane, but that makes it. It's like Panzer and Res and like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, the 5 different wings are cool, and I still haven't even tried the endless mode.
Okay.
I've just been playing the main thing, but
Right.
got through it. It's fucking fun, and it doesn't really get tired. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good.
I keep upgrading the abilities and stuff, and you can get rare abilities because I mean it's still a roguelike.
Right.
You know, so there's still those random drops. You can even get it to where every time you get to a Pokeball that has your upgrades in it, you can make it have more options.
Okay. I think I've unlocked that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I get one more option at least. I don't know how many more you can get, but
I've gotten it to 4 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I bet you can make it go up from there.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like a lot of that stuff is the sky's the limit. You just have to keep playing it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can even make it to where more of the upgrade bubbles pop up in a level.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you get a laser?
There is a laser thing. You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard that.
There's also
I
one
need
blade
that beam,
wing.
son.
There's a blade wing that can shoot through objects too.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
So anytime shit
Yes.
comes up, you can just blast right through it, but you're blocked from their bullets because their bullets will hit the
That's
object.
Oh,
beautiful.
that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good shit. It's
Hell
good
yeah.
shit. Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else did I
Gotta
play?
get back on Yuki.
I played something else. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
you know one
I'm about
thing,
to
but I
say, if
guess
you
it's
can't
on
think
news.
about it, it must not have
That's-
been.
Yeah.
We'll wait on
Jesus,
that one.
boy. Okay, it's coming. Scoot.
I've been watching fucking anime, like every
Surprise.
week. Like every week. I actually got 2 new shows that I think at least one you'll dig. The two that I'm going to talk about, I think you and your lady would probably benefit, like just having new shows or whatever.
Heard that.
But the first one is Irina the Vampire Cosmonaut.
The cosmonaut.
I know.
Oh no.
Oh, and it does take place in Russia.
Nice.
Or not Russia. It's
Right.
Russia.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
like, but
Who is the cosmonaut?
right. But they're using this vampire girl as a way to test their rockets.
Excuse?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense,
and
right?
it kind of goes
Okay,
into.
so they put
yeah.
the vampire girl in the rockets, launches the shit, hopes it doesn't
They
blow
train
up.
her
Like they
as a
did-
cosmonaut.
Right.
Yeah, like they
And
did
then-
the monkey.
Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly what it's commenting on.
Yeah.
It's like the like animal testing because
Yeah.
they kind of treat her like that, and that's really what the show is about.
How does she feed? Does she feed?
She does. It's kind of one of those like
It's-
vampire, not a vampire.
Oh.
Kind of things,
Oh, see, I was
like-
thinking like the space ice cream, but
Well, yeah, they have the
I bet it's
tube.
delicious.
She has the
That's
word,
right.
yeah. Like it's pretty interesting as far as like like early days of like space. Like exploration, like a lot of the detail that they get in that show, and it's just really good. Like I started it dubbed, but they only have 3 episodes dubbed right now, and I
Okay,
usually
yeah.
don't do this because I am more of a dub guy. But I was just like, I have to keep watching this. So I just went and watched the rest of it sub.
That's a testament.
You know, so
that says a lot.
Yeah, and it's really good. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. And the other one is Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Oh, okay.
Which is like a high school romantic comedy. I
think I've seen that. I haven't watched it, but I've seen like a trailer.
It's fucking hilarious.
Really?
It kills me, dude. It kills me. It's about these two kids. They're very smart and very prideful, and she's like the daughter of some like tycoon who like owns like all these businesses and stuff like that. So she's got like wealth, but he's like super smart, like top of his class, like very aware of a lot of things, and they're both very prideful, so they want the other one to say that they love them first. To confess first, so they come up with all of these. They are each coming up with like
they're trying to bait each other.
They're trying to bait each other.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
Hilarious.
That's good.
It's so good. Like they come at like.
I'm not texting first. You text first.
Yeah, it's shit like that. I'm not gonna text him first. How can I trick him into texting me first? Kind of shit. And it's like comedy of errors. It's fucking great. Chika Fujiwara, which is one of the like other characters, she's adorable. She's a fucking Looney Tune, and she doesn't give a fuck. I love her.
Nice.
So yeah, those two. That's what I've been doing all week.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, and I finished the second season of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really good.
What became of your Persona 5 experience?
I hit a wall.
Oh yeah.
I hit a wall. There was I got past the second. I'm about close. I'm pretty sure I'm about 40 hours in. But I got past
dropping the bucket for that game.
Yeah, which is like nothing.
Right.
But it's a dialogue heavy game anyway, and I knew that going into it, but it just got to this point to where literally I was just pressing X for like weeks.
Yeah.
Right. In the game, weeks.
Right.
And I got to a point to where I was just like, eventually they're gonna let me off the leash and let me do shit, but my fucking cat buddy keeps telling me every time I try to do something, he's just like, shouldn't you be doing something else right now? It's like, no, I need to be doing this. I need to make fucking lockpicks.
Right.
So I got frustrated and needed to take a break. So that's what I took some time off this week. I'm gonna jump back on it. I'm gonna force myself to get through this next section because hopefully they'll let me off the leash after this.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with a slow burn.
Right.
That's kind of how I felt with Endwalker. With the first few days that I played, I was almost stressing myself out, like trying to make progress.
Right.
And leveling multiple characters at one time. And, seeing all these people that are just somehow by day 2 already done with
it's like these motherfuckers in Halo that have beat the battle pass and shit. I'm
Bro,
like, what are you doing?
How'd you do this? You know what I'm saying? I imagine some people are skipping cutscenes, and some people are like, no, I watched it all, and I'm just like, I don't understand. And then
they bought a pallet of Red Bulls.
Right, bro. I just don't sleep, And so I did for a little while. I kind of felt like this competition, and then all of a sudden it clicked, and I'm like, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Like, I want to actually enjoy this, you know? And so I've slowed down. Now, my slowing down is still going pretty hard for some people. But it's like, man, sometimes there's nothing wrong with a slow burn, man.
Yeah, sometimes
just enjoy your shit.
Good to take a break, just kind of, go do other things. Because, like, for 2 straight weeks, I mean, that was all I was doing was playing Persona 5.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say that I burnt myself out. I just hit that wall and was just like, all right, I need to do something else for a little bit and come back to this.
You'll appreciate it.
Let me press another button.
I need to fucking. I didn't watch anime for 2 fucking weeks, man. I gotta catch up.
I mean, that was your anime for that.
That was pretty much. Man.
Oh man.
But that's it. No, but seriously, check those. Check out Irina, the vampire cosmonaut. It's really fucking good.
I want to see that art.
Sounds about right. Mm-hmm. Is the ship junky?
It's very
Russian.
Very Russian.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need, man. Yeah. So speaking of anime adjacent things,
yeah, sad news, guys. Got to start it with the sad stuff.
News jutsu.
So rest in peace, Kiko Nobumoto.
Yeah, Keiko Nobumoto.
Yeah, Keiko Nobumoto. He wrote. He wrote for Cowboy Bebop. Oh shit! No, yeah. Oh, she. Yeah.
Take
She.
as a
Well,
lady.
okay. Anyway, she wrote for Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy,
Fucking
Macross
Space Dandy.
Macross Plus.
Yeah.
You know, which is probably the best part of that entire franchise.
Old school shit.
Old
man.
school shit. And you know, I haven't watched this yet, but what is it? Carol and Tuesday or Thursday?
I
Carol
don't know
and
about
Thursday?
that one.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
everybody
she
seems
passed
to like
away
it.
from cancer, and
Yeah.
and she was like what 57?
57.
57.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
that,
young.
That fucks me up when
Yeah.
I hear about that shit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
it's like you were saying, man. You never know how you're
never
gonna
know.
go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And she also
Could only
co-wrote
have so many years.
probably my favorite Satoshi Kon movie, Tokyo Godfather.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
That movie is fantastic, and the writing is so good.
Yeah. So rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, we lost a legend.
Indeed.
And then, I mean, we don't have it on our list, but you know, while we're on the topic of anime, for all of you who have not watched it, go and look up the Netflix Bubble.
Yeah.
Bubbles,
yes, sir.
being presented by
Yeah,
Netflix.
sorry I
like,
didn't put that up there. I feel bad now.
It is what
Now
it
that I
is.
saw that.
Hey, we're right here talking about it. It looks absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's directed by Tetsuro Araki. We've
He's
got Gen the Butcher.
Gen the Butcher.
Writing
Gen
this
the
shit.
Butcher.
Like,
ooh,
let's
boop.
go.
Yeah.
Man. The character designs by Takeshi Obata.
Yeah.
Music by Hiroyuki Sawano.
Yeah, boy.
Animation by Wit Studio.
Wit Studio's been doing some really good shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're
That shit
crushing.
looks brilliant.
They're
It looks
crushing.
so good.
Yeah, so I mean, if you haven't checked out that trailer, definitely do it.
When's that launching? Do you
That's
know?
going to be in April 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little bit, but we'll check it out.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So,
Hey, I
put
mean,
eyes on
that might end up being something we talk about in anime.
Anime.
I can't wait.
If
My
we can-
favorite month of the year.
Well, I mean, especially coming out on the 28th.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to kick off anime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Take note of that one.
All
That's
right.
Yeah.
Come back in May, guys.
But on the other side of anime news,
And these first two are very in common with each other.
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, so that Bebop we reviewed the other week
got
canceled.
God
canceled.
So now we'll
Absolutely,
fucking
Evan.
never know where that
Right.
was going.
Oh boy.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Right.
We'll never see
Yeah.
what Ed could have possibly been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that is the only
That's it.
Ed we
That's
get.
the only Ed
and
you get.
now my opinion on Ed gets to be solidified. That it
As
kind of sucks.
That shit
Bad.
is cringe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was really hopeful.
I was hoping that it would at least get one more season, but it's
Yeah.
not all that unexpected.
It's not.
To be completely honest.
I can see it with the backlash that it got from the community. You know what I mean? Especially from the hardcore Bebop fans that
Yeah.
were like, "Fuck you! It's not the anime." Because
Right.
I still think that's a little harsh on them.
It is.
You
It's,
know?
A little
it's
bit.
not intended to be that.
This
you
was
know?
not that bad of a show.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was okay.
It was very
Yeah.
entertaining.
If it didn't
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
if it wasn't titled Cowboy Bebop, if it was just
People
something
wouldn't have
else,
hated it.
people wouldn't have.
They would have loved the
exactly.
shit.
Look, I appreciate the fact that I got to see John Cho as Spike Spiegel.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
yeah. Well,
and
that's-
I really appreciate the fact that I got to see a live action Jet.
Dude,
Yeah,
and he's
boy.
fucking perfect.
So good.
he was the cherry on top.
Absolutely.
You know?
You remember that part where they're
Absolutely.
in the restaurant and he's all talking about? He's like, you know, they got bidets back then.
He's like he's cleaning his feet.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think that's what it's used for.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
it gets all the dirt out of the crevices. Fuck, Jet.
Damn, Jet.
In a public bidet, putting your feet up in.
Hey, look,
So-
that is a practical man,
Right.
right?
Now here's one thing that we
I
also
cleaned
have
my
to remember.
robot arm too.
We also have to remember that robot arm looked dope.
It
Yeah,
looked
it
dope.
was.
It looked really
Totally,
good.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about the Bebop itself last time. Anyway, but we all have to remember that at one point in time, Family Guy was canceled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
So you never know what can happen once something's canceled like that,
You
and
know-
then it moves into cult status.
So could you see this coming back in a couple years?
I could definitely see it. I could definitely see people all of a sudden just
It'd be hard.
forgiving.
It'd be hard to pick it up after a couple of years, though. I think.
True.
It would be it would be difficult to film.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
as well.
mhm.
You know, that would
Yeah.
be very, 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 very difficult. But
John
but
Cho's
the odds
get
are very
fat
likely
after
that
this.
right, dude, because he was ripped. He was just like, I did
really
all
did.
this for nothing.
Man, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So I mean, the odds are very unlikely that it'll happen. But it's I think just to remember, it's like once things slip into cult status, you never really know what happens after that.
Right.
You know, like it's kind of like The Last of Us 2, right? You know, had all that backlash, but now after some time has passed, some people are still fervent. Some people are still very fervent, rather. Sorry, about their dislike for the game,
right?
And they will bleed over it. But there are more and more people that are opening their minds to the possibility that it's not trash. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a long way because it's fucking not trash.
It's not trash.
It's not trash.
That's a good fucking game.
Yeah, man. And so, we'll see what happens.
But you know what's probably going to be trash, guys?
Yeah. And
Netflix
so,
One Piece?
How the fuck? So Bebop gets canceled.
And they're like, you know what
we're going to do? You know what? Let's double down.
Yeah, right.
Let's make a whole show of Eds.
Essentially.
Fuck, man. And then how long is this series going to be?
Dude,
exactly.
Because, I mean, we all know that One Piece is an endless void.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying that to diminish One Piece.
Like, if you haven't been on the One Piece train
for years
at this point,
there's no way
almost
you're
impenetrable.
Have you ever seen like the manga chest that they have?
Yes.
It's fucking huge.
It's
like a whole fucking hope chest.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
You know?
It's a fucking 60-pound box full of manga that costs $1,000.
Well,
you know
here's my biggest thing. Number one, like if they couldn't hold down, Bebop for more than one
there's
season,
no way.
There's no way.
Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Netflix better be glad that they go ahead and shoot an entire season, because if not, they would have one episode of this.
But I feel
come out and people would be like, "Fuck that."
Another thing, and I'm not that big into One Piece. I've never read the manga. I've seen a few episodes of the anime. I've seen a few of the movies.
It's like you have to get invested in order for it to really.
It's good. I know that I would like it if I wanted to get invested, but again, that barrier to entry is so fucking huge right now that I'm just like, it keeps getting put on the back burner because I want to watch all this other shit.
There's a lot of other things.
A lot of other things that I can get through a lot quicker. But like my main point is, especially with a lot of Western live action adaptations, they keep going for the wrong IPs. And I've said this. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times.
We need a live action Fooly Cooly.
No. Like I wouldn't even
live
say
action Dead Leaves. That's what we're gonna do.
They keep going for the popular shit, like
yeah.
Death Note and Naruto and Akira, and it's like, no, don't fucking do that, dude.
Just
make a live action Pilot Labor. That'd be easy as fuck,
seriously,
and you could set it in New York, and it'd be canon. Do a live action Armitage the Third. Go for the shit that people like that would not only work in live action, but like that people. There isn't this huge like groundswell fan base around, so you actually can elevate it to some degree instead of trying to worry about, well, we got to make sure that we put this in for the fans. We got to make sure we put this in for the fans.
Because then you just have an endless set of boxes you got to check.
That's right, and that's all it ends up being. You know, and I mean, like
check them, gotta check them all.
Gotta check them all.
And the truth of the matter is, man, even if once they release this live action One Piece, it doesn't matter what they do with it. Fans won't be satisfied.
No, they won't.
Like due to the animation style of One Piece, like you cannot recreate that with live actors.
Right.
You know, like you're gonna miss that mark. The visual mark, you're already gonna miss it. So you have to create something completely new and unique, and that's gonna be foreign to this subject material. And that's weird. I wonder how that pitch
wacky bros
went.
that were in that commercial.
Yeah.
Those wacky bros. I'm like, I mean, I guess, but it just.
I don't know.
All right, guys. So there's a pirate. He's got a straw hat and he's real stretchy.
He's made a linguine.
Exactly.
Linguine.
No. That's a really good one right there. Like, and I think that a really good representation of what you're talking about is Edge of Tomorrow. Like Edge of Tomorrow is an American film based on a manga that didn't have an anime adaptation. That it does its own thing. But it still very much keeps the spirit of the original work.
That's
you know what I mean?
Way wiser.
That's what we need. We need these things that haven't. I mean, shit. Do some Junji Ito in a movie.
Even the Japanese tried that and it's not good.
Yeah, but that's because they're not getting Del Toro on it or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
we have some directors over here that can make some fucking horror films.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
But I agree. But he's got a solid point though, Advent. You know?
Absolutely.
We need the less popular, unadapted works.
Yeah, unadapted works. Shit, dude, I'd love to see a Gunslinger Girls adaptation.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's grounded.
Yeah,
you know?
it's grounded. Yeah.
That's so doable.
Dude, little girls with guns, international espionage, like that's solid right there.
Yeah.
Del Toro,
that'd be phenomenal, man. God, bring Gunslinger Girl back.
Gunslinger Girl, so goddamn good.
That's some good shit.
Oh my god.
So Garfield. This fucking I don't care about this game. I just don't care about All Stars. But Garfield, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
What's he gonna do? Eat lasagna? Fall asleep?
Yeah,
you can't play him on Mondays too.
Yeah, well, that's not real. That's not real. That's a meme. That's a meme.
It's too
Even
good
though
though.
that would be so awesome if he was just not selectable on Mondays.
Or what if he had a completely different move set on Mondays?
Yeah.
That nerfed the fuck out of him.
Right.
Like where he just slept.
Like
you push a button.
Or he turned into Odie.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's what it is. It's like Garfield, he just pops up in like the start of the fight and then goes to sleep and Odie has
you're
fight.
Odie for the
He makes Odie fight.
You know? It's just really cool that they're doing this on Nicktoons because I didn't think Nickelodeon owned Garfield.
I don't know who the fuck owns Garfield.
Right.
You know? It's kind of like Calvin and Hobbes. Like, who the fuck owns that?
I don't know.
Right. You know,
wow, they'd be a good dual character.
That would be really good. And I mean, you know, it could happen, right? It's funny because he never really did a lot of that.
But he's peeing on every bumper sticker I've ever seen. Fuck. Is that in one frame
and every
of one
presidential
issue?
candidate as well? You know?
Really?
Absolutely on Ford.
On Ford?
Why are you peeing on Ford?
Fuck Harleys. Fuck Fords.
Chevrolet.
Fuck Chevys.
For real.
They piss on anything.
It's always American made, like automotive companies. It's never like
we like infighting here,
right? Yeah, it's not like Toyota.
Yeah, everything's a competition for us.
Probably
why don't you piss on a Daewoo? Nobody gives a shit about it.
There we go, or a Hyundai. You can piss on a Hyundai. You know? But it makes me wonder. Like, I might never play Nicktoons. You know, I might never play it. But I will definitely follow all the characters.
Really, there's this odd appreciation that I have for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I might watch it on Twitch if somebody's streaming it.
Right.
Yeah, because mechanically the game's sound. It's just like the sound does not sound.
The sound does not sound, and the graphics don't look that great either.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it's rough around the edges, man.
Yeah, so we'll see. But on a brighter note,
we got a
spider note
across the Spider-Verse trailer.
Dude,
dropped. This looks really good.
Yeah, that looks great. It took a second watch of the first one for me to dig it.
Really?
The first time I watched it, I just couldn't get into it for some reason.
Right.
You know
the first time I watched it was like more of the same. And I think a lot of it was because they used, what was the name of that song? Like Sunflower or the same song that he played in Into the Spider-Verse that he listened to over and over and over.
Oh.
Remember he was like trying to sing along to it?
that song. I know
I think it might be called I think it's called Sunflower.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that track.
But it was like when the intro started and it was the same song, which that song's a banger and it's really, really good. And due to Into the Spider-Verse, it really got, a lot of acclaim. But when I first saw that, I was like, okay, is it going to be kind of more of the same? And then I saw Gwen.
Yeah, boy.
And and when she's like, is Spider-Man grounded? And she's like standing on the side of the building, I'm just like, oh shit.
Awesome.
And then things started moving. And I'm like, this animation is mind-blowing, man.
It looks great.
Like, it's really, really good.
And they're doing it seems like they're going to be doing a lot more interesting things than what they did in the first one too, like dipping into different animation styles.
Well, they have different
animators.
Like they have different animation teams that are working on different like for different Spider-Man because of course we're going across the Spider-Verse. So hopefully we'll end up in our noir Spider-Man. We'll end up interacting with Spider-Pig. Yeah, absolutely, right. And then this is going to be a two-parter, so there are actually two movies.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
I didn't notice that.
So this is actually just the trailer for part 1.
Oh, hey. How soon are we getting this?
I don't think it's soon at all. I don't think they released a date.
Yeah, I didn't think
I think it's all just 2022.
Yeah,
because new Spider-Man hits this week, next week.
I think it might already be out.
I don't think it's out. No, I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
I might have to go to the goddamn theater for that.
You know?
I mean,
we'll figure it out. But no, this Across the Spider-Verse looks cool. Can't wait to see more.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Around the 18th.
Okay.
Right on. So right around the corner.
Yeah.
This is why we have the chat for things
absolutely.
that we don't know.
Yes.
Advent coming in strong.
That's right.
So Star Wars Hunters looks fucking weird. I mean, it looks like if you took Fortnite and Battlefield and just mixed them together.
Right.
Or Battlefront. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Put a Star Wars skin on everything.
I'm just very not interested at all.
Yeah, it didn't look like it did it for me. I thought the robot J3DI was pretty funny, but the rest of it and the one character that's just two Jawas stacked on top of each other, I'm like, all right.
Everything has to have a battle royale these days.
Yeah,
right?
battle royale, hero shooter, like that's what everybody wants.
Because that's what's making the money right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather be an anonymous Spartan putting that BR on your face.
Personally. Putting on the hammer.
Dude, put on the hammer.
Let's go.
Hammer man,
God, I do miss it. I miss it. I've been playing Halo in the past week, and I do miss it.
We should squeeze some matches in, man.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll have to do that. However, Star Wars Eclipse.
So I was gonna say everything going past this is all from
the Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
So let's do this a little bit differently, because one thing that blew my mind, and it was I didn't expect it, and I didn't expect it to affect me the way that it did, and see, I got a little tremble in my throat. Was It Takes Two winning Game of the fucking
What the
year.
fuck?
It Takes Two,
dude.
motherfucker.
That's
Well,
cool.
that's fucking right.
I did want to cover some of this because I think that the who won, the fucking great picks, just all around. What man? I can't think of her name. The
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
On. Look.
I was gonna go through
Okay.
them.
Okay. Wait. Just let me get this out, because when I saw that news, I cried.
Man,
I was so happy that I took a picture. I forgot to send it to y'all.
Yeah.
Of tears streaming down my face.
Wow.
Like, for real, dude. Because I really do. Like, on my channel, on my YouTube channel, my fiance and I have a full playthrough of It Takes Two.
I watched a good handful of those while you were doing
right.
them.
And there's a lot, and some of that audio is jacked up. But and then when the lead director came up to accept the award, his speech was magnificent.
Yeah, man.
He was like, a year ago, I was like, fuck the Oscars. And now still the Oscars are getting fucked because the Game Awards is so much better, And I'm sitting here like, I fucking love you. I love you,
Love
man.
him so much.
Yeah, man. And so just big ups to them, especially on the after having to deal with Take Two, forcing them to not be able to use It Takes Two as a trademark. That's
still so stupid.
It's some shit, isn't it? And so now and that's probably the thing. It's like, okay, well, It Takes Two is very, very popular as a brand, and maybe that could kind of overshadow Take Two Entertainment since they're fucking up so hard.
They're scared.
Yeah, right? So that maybe makes them a little nervous.
What's the name of that
makes me
studio?
happy.
The It Takes Two studio?
Hazelight.
Yes. Good job, Hazelight.
Magnificent job,
Fuck, man.
Look, everyone now everyone's gonna play It Takes Two, and that's the other part that makes me really happy. Now that they can actually have a Game of the Year edition, all of a sudden the sales are gonna skyrocket. All of a sudden people will be talking about this game that is absolutely epic. If you have anybody to play video games with, download it, play it. I promise you will not regret it. All right. Sorry. Sorry. I had to get that out.
No, absolutely,
it was emotional for me, bro. It was emotional.
I was taken aback when I heard it. I was like, fuck,
yeah,
really?
I mean, you had Resident Evil 8 on that list, bro. I thought Resident Evil was going to run off with
Resident Evil, Metroid Dread. I mean, you had a bunch of really good, strong contenders.
Yeah.
Which Metroid Dread did win an award.
Best adventure.
Best action adventure. That's what that was. The voice actress they did Lady Dimitrescu. She won for best performance.
Right.
They did Returnal won
best was it best sci-fi action?
Man, I don't remember which category that one was. That one's but across the board, you should check out who won. I think that good picks. And it didn't feel like there was in a lot of these categories you'd look at it and go, I don't see a clear winner here.
Right.
You know, these are all really good titles. You know, Deathloop won something too.
Yeah. Okay, so what we have is Game of the Year was It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Best game direction was Deathloop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Which I have it on my shelf. I need to spend some time with that. Best narrative was actually Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. But like I said, man, when I first started that game and I never got past the intro, it had me just fully gripped. You know, and it's just like, whoa, like this is hype. You know, and it was because I've told you guys this before, but you get a lyric sheet to the Star-Lord album that's playing in the background, and I got stuck reading the lyric sheet and listening to the album, which is why I never played the fucking game. And so, but that's a testament. Best art direction is also Deathloop. Okay, that's solid. Best score and music, Near Replicant, of course. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against that? Best audio design, Forza Horizon 5.
Okay,
I respect it. I respect it. Best performance is Maggie Robertson.
Maggie Robertson. That's it.
Games for Impact, Life is Strange, True Colors. Best ongoing game, Final Fantasy motherfucking 14. Boy,
of course. Was it gonna be Was it gonna be anything else?
Yeah. Is there competition? Is there? There is not. Even if there was, it doesn't matter. Best indie game, which is kind of interesting to hear this one. Kenna.
Yeah, Canada. That's right. Yeah. I'm still waiting on it to go on sale.
Me too.
But I definitely want
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Well,
Kokoro's playing
that's something that I was going to say. Check it now because a lot of the shops online right now are running specials based off of the Game Awards. And a lot of those games are actually on sale right now.
Oh, shit. I'll pick that up.
Because it was already $39.99.
I wanted a physical copy. That was the thing. And they still haven't put out a physical copy. So I kept going like, well, but if I find it cheap enough digitally, I'll fuck
it. It will definitely happen now. Yeah, and it'll happen probably soon.
And that's their very first game, dude.
Right. Yeah. And so I'm all about it. I'm going to get it. Best VR AR game. What is it, Phil?
Oh, it needs to be Yuki.
Oh, wow. No, it's Resident Evil 4. Wow.
It needs to be Yuki.
Heard that. Returnal won Best Action Game overall. So Best Action Game, and that is well-deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Absolutely.
I mean, I know we didn't exactly talk about this on stream, but we all talked for a minute, like our game of the years.
Oh, yes.
I mean? Yeah. And Returnal's been on mine the whole, seriously, like Returnal, fucking, what's it called? Resident Evil Village, and then... Fucking Melty.
Oh, Melty?
Melty?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Melty. Hell yeah. I think Melty was on all three of our lists.
Melty's on all three of our lists?
For me, easily
they didn't have a fighter category, though.
Yes, they did.
They
did?
Right,
so Best Action Adventure Game is Metroid Dread. Best RPG, Tales of Arise. Best Fighting Game was Guilty Gear Strive.
See, I didn't even hear that when I was...
Really?
Yeah.
No, I saw it, and it was expected because it does have such a large following. People are playing it. People are loving it.
And Strive's tight.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's tight.
It ain't Melty, though.
It ain't Melty. It ain't Melty. Melty's got that vibe.
But you got to know to play some Melty.
You gotta vlog.
Yeah.
And so Best Simulation Strategy is Age of Empires 4, which is rocking that's still going. I haven't even looked into Age of Empires in forever. Sports Racing is Forza Horizon 5. Well-deserved. Yeah. Well-deserved. Best Multiplayer Game, It Takes Two. Let's go. Content Creator of the Year, Dream. Indie Debut is Kenna. Most Anticipated Game, Elden Ring, of course. Best Esports is League of Legends. Esports Athletes, Simple. Esports Team Coaches, I'm not really huge into esports, but Natus Vincier is the best team. Kakoma is the best coach. 2021 League of Legends World Championships was their best esports event. And then Player's Choice is Halo Infinite. I really expected Infinite to shine more in the Game Awards.
I don't think it's been out long enough.
I was about to say,
that's it.
Because what is it? Just the multiplayer or the campaign just dropped.
But the multiplayer was out, but just not for very long before the polls were.
I think if it had another 2 months, then
or even a few weeks,
even a couple of weeks. Seriously,
it would have been more of a contender.
You know? But they wanted to come stomp on Battlefield
real quick. Yeah.
Oh,
and
you
COD.
You were gonna get up.
And Vanguard. They say my name, bitch.
Which I did start the campaign on Halo. The intro's super strong. I finally got out to the open world part. It's cool. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Does Halo need open world?
I've actually been kind of wrestling with that as I'm playing it. Like I'm like, I kind of like the linear direction of a Halo.
I mean, because it was always like it's linear, but you have a very wide, expansive playground.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's still focused while being, pretty open for you.
And this is much less focused. It's very much like you can go do whatever you want. There's a bunch of shit around here. What do you want to go do? Yeah.
I worry about objective-based games like that because sometimes those objectives end up being a little bit. They end up being repetitive.
Yeah.
And
I can see it getting repetitive in this. I can see it.
I don't want fetch quests in my Halo necessarily.
That's not what I've heard from the thing.
Really? Because I've heard that there are, and but this is something that I have to read for myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I've heard that there are fetch quests and things of that caliber as well.
That kind of sucks.
And so, but this is all hearsay.
Yeah.
And
so far so good from what I've played.
Yeah.
And the very beginning of it's fucking amazing. Like the start of it and everything.
I would care so much more about it if I could be driving that Warthog with you on the gunnership. You know what I'm saying? If you could be on the gun.
If we could co-op it.
If we could co-op this shit, I would care. But right now, I kind of, because that's the whole point of the Halo campaign to me, is being able to play it with your friends. Yeah. It's been like that since day one. And so that's
it doesn't have to make sense with the story.
Right.
I just want to fucking play with my friends.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah. And so, and do weird shit like, shoot a rocket, put some plasma grenades under a Warthog, and, blast it up in the air and shoot it with a rocket launcher. I like that sandbox aspect of the campaigns.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun.
But I do agree with you with what you're saying, though. If it had more time to breathe, then it would have been a bigger presence at the Game Awards.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really think so.
People just haven't had the chance to get their mitts on it yet.
Yeah. So put your hands on it.
So what's with Star Wars Eclipse?
So I mentioned this a while back about the idea that Quantic Dream would potentially be making a Star Wars game.
Yes.
And this is that Quantic Dream Star Wars game. They're saying it's going to be way more action-y than the other Quantic Dream games. So it's not going to be straight, Detroit Become Human talking to people most of the time thing. It seems like they're actually going to have some action shooter maybe gameplay. It looks really pretty. It looks really pretty. It looks
gorgeous.
But really, we just got like a little cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
Announcing it. It looks cool. Check it out. Not sure what to think about the way it's going to go, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Could go either way. Could get real cagey.
True.
You know what I mean?
Could get trapped in a cage.
Could get the David Cage.
The David Cage. Oh, no.
Well, that's the thing, man. We're in an era now where trailers are going to look great.
Yeah.
With all of our, technological advancements with Unreal Engine 5, it's so easy to make a beautiful trailer.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of weird. Once upon a time, it's like you could see a trailer and it's like, okay, I can kind of gauge how the game is actually going to work in a way. Now it's like I have no fucking idea.
You don't know until you actually get your hands on the game.
You have no clue. Yeah. Exactly.
It all looks like a movie.
Yeah.
It's all a movie.
Exactly.
At this point.
Yeah. And so I'm hopeful though because the Eclipse looks cool.
Do you guys know about this Sessions Diana thing?
No.
I do not.
This is cool as shit. Riot Games has this album of music that they made called Sessions Diana. That is
Ross.
Yeah, with that, I wish we got all the Supremes on this motherfucker. Yeah, I can hear the Supremes in the background. It's completely copyright-free music, is what it is.
Oh,
the whole
I
reason
we talked
that
about
they
this
made
last week.
I don't think so. I mean,
maybe we had a conversation about it.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I thought we talked about. Anyway, whatever. Proceed.
Yeah, but Riot Games made this whole album specifically for anybody that's a content creator to use in whatever they want.
Downloading that shit.
It's a variety of music from all and. Yeah, they gave it to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Riot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Riot.
Some awesome shit.
Good on you.
Absolutely.
There's not really much more to say about it. Go check it out.
That's awesome. Well, if you're a content creator, then here's some music for you.
Free jams.
That can be that can be a really, really difficult thing to do. Like if you don't create music yourself, then it can be hard to find some copyright-free music that actually sounds cool and unique.
That's why sounds good.
You see a handful of videos where you're like, wait, I know this track. It's from this other guy's video.
Exactly.
Oh, because it's copyright-free music.
Exactly.
That's why. Okay, yeah.
That's awesome.
But I think that's a great way to move. I think it actually made me, when I heard that, I was like, fuck, maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe I should make an album of music and put it out as copyright-free tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
free
do it track by
promotion,
track.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not.
This is for everybody.
Yeah.
Right now, for free.
There you go.
Just put me in your video.
Yeah,
just
for
put
real.
a little thing. That's all you gotta do.
Put a link. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the Slitterhead trailer?
I did. It looks creepy as fuck.
It does.
Okay, so I got to talk to y'all.
Oh.
Because
what's on your mind?
They fucked with me. They fucked with me.
They really
What do you mean?
They really fucked with me.
He was telling me about this yesterday, and I just couldn't help but laugh. It's fucking hilarious.
These motherfuckers. Okay, so Slitterhead starts the trailer for this game, which, by the way, it's made by the Toyama. I can't remember his first name. It's one of the main directors for the original Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how this trailer starts. It's like, in 1995, there was Silent Hill.
Right.
Well, already fuck you. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He's like,
right. Right. And I'm going, okay. And then they show Slitterhead, and I'm like, okay, that's legitimate. Dude who made
Silent Hill is
okay,
doing something else.
That's legitimate. And Slitterhead looks cool.
And it looks cool.
It's a little on the wacky side, which I actually like.
Yeah.
That they.
Speaking of Ito.
Yeah. It looks like Junji Ito shit. It totally does.
Monsters,
yeah.
Dude.
It's very creepy. I'm gonna keep looking out for it. You should watch the trailer, see what you think about Slitterhead. But then later in the same show, now the whole time Jeff Keighley kept being like, "Oh, well, we got special guests. We got special guests," and everybody's going like, "Well, we know Jeff Keighley knows Kojima, like not just like he actually fucking knows the guy. Like he worked under the guy for a while."
Right.
Guess who fucking shows up?
Keanu Reeves.
Kojima straight up shows up and goes, hey, I don't have anything to announce. I'll be seeing you next year, but check out this Guillermo del Toro movie that's coming out. And they show a trailer for, what's the name of that film? The circus movie?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Something Alley?
Yeah.
Nightmare
Alley. Yeah. Which Nightmare Alley? Dope.
Looks great.
I definitely want to see it, But Kojima, man,
really, that to me is like I hate to say a breadcrumb because it's like a big chunk of bread.
I ain't done yet.
It might be a sandwich.
I'm not even done yet.
It goes on.
Well, first off, actually, I skipped a point. I skipped a point.
Oh my!
At the end of the Slitterhead trailer, Jeff Keighley comes out and he goes, "Well, it sure is great to see that the work of Silent Hill hasn't been abandoned."
Oh, wow.
Then Kojima comes out, goes, "Oh, I don't have anything to announce. I'll talk to y'all next year, but check out this trailer."
Right.
Then after the trailer, Guillermo del Toro shows up, and del Toro goes, "Hey, you know what would be cool, guys? It'd be really great if they made another Silent Hill game, wouldn't it?"
Wow, he
man,
just said it.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
That'd be wonderful. Well, anyway, here's the award for yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Breadcrumbs, man.
Dude, they trolled so hard. It's so fucking.
I was
good.
waiting for him to show some abandoned shit and just be
Right.
like,
I mean, no, I don't think anybody wants to support that. That's a dumpster fire. However, man, who knows?
At this point, it almost seems like it might not be a dumpster fire. Like this
abandoned,
dude,
abandoned.
they are fucking.
They have
with
never released a game.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is. It still could just be a trick.
Just
ignore
it.
Could still be a
ignore
trick.
Ignore the Kraken in the room.
No, I can't.
Let it be. However, they might be. This could actually mean that we may get another collaboration between Del Toro and Kojima.
Yeah,
I mean, it could. I mean, they know that everybody wants it. They know that everyone is like chomping at the bit for it.
Yeah.
And so it would be nothing for them to create something in a similar vein, And so when they're like, wait for next year, fuck.
We might be getting that Silent Hill reveal next year.
Or something
akin
to
very close to it. Yeah.
Exactly. And so I'm hopeful. Well, I mean, that does suck. That is painful, and I'm sorry for you. I didn't watch all the Game Awards. I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't have time to watch the whole thing. But wow, and I'm sure that was stressful.
Every time they'd say something, it'd be like, oh.
Just watching the TV. Quit playing games with my
really? God. Oh But Slitterhead does look really cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful for whatever they're teasing.
Yeah.
So
Netflix is doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Is this a movie or a series?
No one knows. They just did this like little short trailer.
Yeah.
That makes it look like a movie.
It could
but
be either
Netflix,
or at this point.
It really, really could. It can go either way.
Yeah.
However, tonally, that trailer was dope.
Yeah,
It looks
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah.
I was sold on the trailer.
Yeah, when he's like holding the face up against the sun, just looking through it, I'm like, whoa, you know, like this is more Ed Gein, you know, and so,
that's it,
right? And so when he's like using the chainsaw and like chainsawing through the floor, you know, I'm just like, okay, this looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I really appreciate.
And it looks like an older
horror.
Leatherhead, like his hair's gray.
Yeah.
So this like if series or movie, this is potentially like a sequel.
Right.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like what they're doing with Halloween Kills.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of something in that vein. But
we're just bringing back all of our slashers, but they're older. Now they're old guys.
And
like
they're still
old man
fucking
Logan.
maniacs.
Yeah, they're still fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
And they can still slice you up.
Absolutely.
I like the way this looks, though.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Check out the trailer, guys. It's really cool.
Good. Hellblood, what is it?
Hellblade 2.
They did a whole playthrough of
I
Hellblade 2
didn't
shit.
watch it. I very intentionally did not watch that. I saw the beginning of it.
Yeah, I actually didn't watch through the whole thing either. I saw little clips and I was like, okay, this is enough.
Because I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And there's no way that I want them to ruin that. However, they did have a chance to show off the audio design.
Yeah. Ooh,
which out the gate was just, I mean, absolutely phenomenal.
And this one's on Game Pass.
It is. It
so
is.
we'll be getting it day one.
Absolutely. So, I mean, expect to see some gameplay of Hellblade. For those who have not played Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, take some time and play that game. It's not very long, but make sure you play with headphones on. Have you ever played Hellblade? Are you familiar with it?
I have not. I've watched Phil play it.
Okay, so you have seen it, though.
Yeah, I have seen it. I know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not played it myself, though.
You need headphones, man. Like, just having those, because the whole premise of the game is the heroine is, struggling with schizophrenia.
Right.
And so she has these voices in her head, basically representing her own personal doubt and confusion whenever you're interacting.
They play it where it could be supernatural, though, the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, are the voices actually there?
Are these the gods speaking to you, or are you crazy? Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
It's so good.
So it's absolutely mind-blowing. It's a great experience. But the game is only like, 5 hours long?
Yeah.
No,
it's not very
it's
long.
less than 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't take any time to tear through, but it's gorgeous. And Hellblade 2, I'm all about it. Day one.
Day one, dude. Day one. Okay.
So this is a cool thing.
Okay.
Yeah. What the actual fuck? Okay, if you have a PS5, is it available? Is it on PS4? It can't be.
No, it's
there's no way
just on next gen consoles right now.
Right.
It's just on next gen consoles.
Matrix, man.
Yeah.
Matrix Awakens. Excuse? It's like a tech demo,
I don't know what to
but
say.
it's one of the most gorgeous things. Like that could be a game, man.
That's incredibly impressive, especially at the very beginning when it's Keanu Reeves and he's switching from digital to actual Keanu Reeves.
Because they're just showing off right there.
They're just
you know
showing
what I mean?
off, dude.
Oh, dude, they're showing off the whole time.
Dude, yeah, really, they are.
It's a free download if you have a PS5, if you have a next gen console, if you have a PC. Download it now. Check it out. It's 25 gigs. I know. But check it out. It's insane. It's absolutely
Trinity
insane.
looks so goddamn good.
Dude, she looks
Trinity
real.
looks real.
Yeah.
She looks real. It's like, okay, well, you sit there and you see Neo, and it's like, and maybe that's because we're so familiar with seeing Keanu Reeves all the time, and we've watched him as he's aged.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of throws you into that uncanny valley a little bit. But Trinity,
she's spot on.
I still would say though the way Neo looks in this, especially once they get to the car scene where he's riding and they're having a dialogue. He looks as good, if not better, than what the pre-rendered stuff in the first 3 Matrix movies is, or the last two.
right?
Yes. The cloth physics look fucking better than they did in the movie, dude.
Oh my god!
The scene that they recreated from the first one where he's leaning back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The famous bullet time scene.
Yeah.
Like you look at it and you're like, well, that's obviously digital, but the whole time you're like, fuck, look at that coat.
That coat is going, man.
It's amazing.
God.
And then they give you a free run of the city itself and just let you run throughout the city as an avatar. And you're able to actually like jack cars and get into cars, drive them around the city. You're able to actually like fly around in a camera.
Yeah.
And this city, man, the simple fact that it all just exists. It's like
there's
nothing
no
is
pop
streaming in. There's no pop in. It's just there.
Yeah.
And it's populated.
It looks dude, it doesn't look like the shadows degrade no matter how far you get away from it. You know? Every car still casts all the shadows through the windows accurately and all that shit and all the reflections on all the buildings and the lights that they emit and the lights that
dude, I checked this out for the first time, like maybe how long we've been live now?
About an hour.
So I saw it about an hour ago.
Yeah,
an hour
him too.
Ago.
Me too.
Yeah, he saw it right before you did.
And, and just immediately my mind's blown out of my skull. Like you guys, you can't be doing this for real.
I know, man.
You know, and it's like all the possibilities. And of course, it's a big tech demo for Unreal Engine 5.
Unreal 5.
You know, they're
just flexing.
Just flexing. But they could totally make a Matrix game. And just make it just like that. Just make it overly cinematic, not too much gameplay. Kind of.
You were saying something kind of like a Asura's Wrath.
Right.
Like
oh my god, dude! An Asura's Wrath Matrix game sounds fucking brilliant.
It would
to
be
me.
amazing. It would be absolutely amazing, and it would sell. Flying over the city made me think of like a Superman game, like a Spider-Man.
Or a Spider-Man,
right? A Spider-Man because the city looks real.
Yeah,
like it looks just.
Yeah, their lighting model is it's like did you happen to see the thing that somebody was showing off that you can use AI upscaling and it's not upscaling, it's AI it's the database thing. It's when they take a group of pictures and then they construct a new image based on that group. It's it's AI generation. I'm not thinking of the word. But they took that and made it work in conjunction with GTA 5 to do a realistic render of GTA 5.
Yes,
that's the way this shit looks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because it has the grade. Because you know when you see stuff that's like for instance, let's say Forza 5, right?
Yes.
Forza 5, the colors are cranked up, the saturation's high. Yeah. Everything has this. Although it looks real, it's hyper real, right?
Right.
This doesn't look hyper realistic.
No,
this has a very
like
realistic color grade.
This looks like the
on the
Matrix
streets, man. There are bags of chips. Empty bags of chips
right
on the
next
street.
to the trash can.
Next, that's the most realistic shit ever.
Yeah, because
that's
motherfuckers just
human.
throwing shit out of the car.
I'm telling you. And so, and like I said, it's free.
Dude.
It's free.
It looks so good.
If you have the hardware to do it, there's no reason to not.
And I found out something else about this. I don't think it's out yet for PC.
Oh,
I think this is just on the consoles right now, but they will be releasing it for PC.
Really?
With all the assets for you to be able to fuck with this.
Oh,
heard that.
Which sounds like a mistake
it
to
does.
put Keanu in there, because that means we're going to have his ass on everything.
Oh, everything.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be crab dancing, and he's
going to be flossing.
That's right. We're going to have him doing fucking everything, man.
Singing Baby Shark.
But no, it looks it looks mind-blowing. And if this is what is to come for our new consoles, our new graphics capabilities, I mean, we're just touching the surface right now. We're going to get fucking...
The only title that really kind of gives me that same amount of wow factor is this, what's that shit? Forspoken, right?
Forspoken looks
kind of has
amazing,
a very similar...
And that's their new engine, right?
Vibe. Yes.
It's not Unreal Engine 5.
No, that's the Luminous engine.
Luminous, that's what it's called.
That's the Luminous engine. And
they showed that off a couple years back, and they were even showing it running on PlayStation 4 hardware, and it still looked fucking
ranked.
Yeah.
Yes.
So...
Yeah. And so the next gen is it's not quite upon us yet.
No.
But it's definitely coming.
This is the precipice of what new graphics are.
Yes.
This fucking Matrix demo, like you said, it got me more hype for the movie.
For the movie
because
than
of how
any
cool
of the
it
trailers
was.
for the actual movie.
Yeah.
And just the potential for, gaming in the future.
Yeah. Man.
It really does. It just, I don't know. I don't know. The creative juices just start flowing, and it's like, wow, like, we're about to see some awesome shit.
Right.
You know?
Man, when that fucking interstate blows up and you
see
all that
from underneath. Oh my god.
Because it's like a 3-layer interstate and it
just
makes a hole
in all of it. They took out
the
entire entire interstate.
And the little small particles of dust coming up, and all the you could still see the rubble settling and everything. Dude, it's brilliant.
Too good.
It looks
Fuck,
good.
it's so good.
I wasn't ready for that.
Anyway.
I really wasn't.
If you don't have a PS5, find a really high quality video and just watch somebody play it.
Absolutely worth it.
It looks great.
So worth it. Oh,
so
man.
worth it.
Ooh, okay.
So moving on,
Cuphead
DLC. Yeah, I knew
Respect.
you'd be fucking
Respect.
down with it. Hell yeah.
Let's go,
dude.
Let's go. You're going to DLC Island.
Go to DLC
It's
Island.
the delicious last course. Yeah, they actually had
that cow, man.
Yeah, the cow. No, man, the one that was like the cranky wizard guy.
Yeah,
that fucking got me. Yeah, they actually did a performance of the delicious last course song at the Game Awards.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, because they also had the Game Awards Symphony Orchestra that was like wrecking shit.
And Sting was at the beginning.
Yeah,
of it. I was like, fucking Sting?
You know?
What's up?
Why not?
Okay, and it was a track from what's it called? What's the League of Legends show? Arcana. I'm pretty sure that's what this was from. I mean, have you recognized Sting in that one?
In the show?
Yeah, like I mean, the sound
Sting
of his
in
voice.
there. No, no, you don't have a lot of that.
No.
Well, I guess you do have Imagine Dragons in the intro.
Yeah. Well, I wonder
but
where
I
the song is
Sting.
then. Yeah, because
but I've only
sure
watched
that's
3
where it's
episodes of that. So I mean, who knows? You know, it might pop up a little bit later.
And maybe I'm just completely wrong.
You know, always a possibility. Always a possibility.
But who doesn't want more Cuphead?
Right.
You know?
Right. Absolutely.
It looks
so
great.
wait.
And we're getting a third
character.
character.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's her name?
Queen Chalice.
Queen Chalice. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's okay. Let's go.
That's good.
I'm down. Does that mean 3-player at once? Though?
That's what I was wondering.
That's what I'm
you
wondering.
know, that's what I was
that
wondering.
That would be fucking rad.
That would be good. It'd be chaotic. I mean, that'd be really weird.
It's already
however,
I was about to say.
However, yeah, right. Like it wouldn't really matter. You could do 4 players in Cuphead and it'd still be lit. You know?
Right.
Like, kind of go Castle Crashers with that shit.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's going down.
So we got a couple of Sonic trailers.
Yeah, new Sonic movie, which we talked about before.
Idris Elba,
right?
As Knuckles. Let's
right?
go.
Yes.
You know, I
love that scene at the very end when Knuckles is like holding him back and he's just like, "Who said I needed your powers?" I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize who was the voice actor for Sonic.
Really?
What's his name? Something Schwartz. It's
Martin?
No, from it's from damn it, what's his name? From Parks and Rec, the really annoying guy that's you know,
you have to get more specific.
Dude, the super annoying guy and his sister, they're you know, they're
I never got really big into Parks and Rec. I'll be honest with you, because I had just finished The Office, and then Parks and Rec came out, and I was like, "Wow, you're literally doing the same shit." You know? And
no,
so,
man, this is better.
Yeah,
this
well,
Parks and Rec's
I mean,
way better than The
I'm
Office.
sure, but that's just what happened, and that's what stopped me from getting into Parks and Rec.
I can see that.
But now that I've kind of stepped back away from that, maybe I should go back and watch.
Maybe.
Some
but we're getting Tails, we're getting Knuckles.
Yes.
They're obviously from the trailer you see that they're gonna start introducing the Chaos Emeralds.
Yes.
And
you gotta get Supersonic.
That's right.
It's this dude.
Dude, I'm waiting on Metal.
Oh yeah,
Sonic.
that dude.
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz.
He's been in a shit ton of stuff lately.
right.
But yeah, but yeah, I didn't realize he was fucking Sonic.
Was he Sonic in the first one?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why he's got that great delivery, man.
Right.
Yeah, because this guy's awesome. Yeah. No, man, I'm excited for this new movie. It looks fucking awesome.
I thought the first movie wasn't bad.
First movie was great,
really
dude.
good. It was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's surprisingly
really
good as Robotnik.
Jim fucking Carrey, man.
Yeah,
But he's
right?
classic Jim Carrey
Yes.
again. He was
exactly.
actually doing that thing. He kind of had that like you know, Ace Ventura vibe to it.
And he actually looks like Robotnik now.
Yeah, he does. The big burned ass mustache.
Burned ass mustache.
Yep. Yeah, man, I'm down with that. And Frontiers is the new game.
Yeah, and
Sonic
they've been
Frontiers.
working on that for a while. I think they were working on that even before Sonic Forces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really difficult to
Yeah.
make like an open world Sonic. Man.
Seriously.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, that's a very difficult thing to do.
Well, right now all we have is a cinematic trailer, but I mean, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
It does
you
look
know?
really, really good.
I want to put my hands on it. You know.
absolutely.
I thought Forces was cool at times. I think it gets a little, I don't know, childish. And I don't even mean just like in the story and the presentation. I mean like handholdy. You've never played a video game before,
right?
Kind
of.
You know what I mean?
Really, when you go back and you play Sonic, like Sonic's a difficult game.
Sonic whips that ass.
Sonic
go play Sonic.
The 2D.
Sonic,
I think the 3D.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
the 3D tends to be a lot more handholdy.
Oh, it is
definitely.
Yeah, but
when you go
play
back,
Sonic
it's
1 or 2.
Mario.
Oh
yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
And you go back and play those games, they're brutal.
Yeah,
you know, like they're cute.
The first three Sonic will whoop your ass.
Absolutely,
Sonic 2 is hard, man.
It's hard. It's a very difficult game.
Sonic 1 is hard.
Yeah, and you're nerfed in Sonic 1. It's like,
you are.
It's like in the Mega Man games where you don't have a slide.
Well, in Sonic 1, there's a lot more platforming, whereas Sonic 2, they finally figured out, people just want to go fast.
They just want to go fast,
I just want to go fast.
Yeah.
We got to turn up the blast processing, guys.
Blast processing.
Have you guys seen this Dune
Spice
Wars?
Yeah. What's
well,
up
I mean,
with
it was just
a
trailer. They didn't really show any gameplay or anything, but it's
like
RTS.
But you
Dune.
know you already know what's gonna happen in this game. It's gonna be Command and Conquer with Dune, and it's gonna be so fucking good.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of really good voice acting.
Gotta watch out for sandworms.
Yeah, man. You gotta sandwalk.
You gotta swish.
I'm down with this. I haven't played an RTS in a long time.
I was just about to say that, man. It's like, what would it really take to get you to want to play an RTS right now?
Probably this.
You think that's the way?
Yeah.
It is known.
It is known.
Heard that.
And then Forspoken, we already touched on this a bit, but they did a very extended kind of trailer.
Once again, I started watching it and then I stopped.
Yeah, because you don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
No,
no. It's like I already know that I want it.
Yeah,
so I'm good. I'm super Gucci on that. You know, that's gonna be another day one purchase.
When I watched it seemed like they kind of fleshed out the story a little bit more, so that was probably good on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw that immediately what they were trying to do. It was a story trailer, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm already sold on that one.
Right.
Wonder Woman game is getting her own game.
Yeah, and it's Monolith, so it's the same people that did what's it? Mordor, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, so they're actually using the notoriety system.
Yeah,
from that, in Shadow of Mordor, if you
I can't believe they copyrighted that.
Well, I mean, it's a dope system. Did you ever play the game?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because it's dope. Yeah. I mean, you kill a general and somebody rises up to take his position.
Yeah.
And then that person
gets
is gunning for your head.
Yeah,
right. Exactly, right. And that's really a cool mechanic.
I've heard some people fuck their game up because they went around and killed too many people too low level, and then they just got these high level ass fucking Urukai coming after them. It's pretty awesome. And who knows the way this is going to work in a Wonder Woman game?
Right.
Because we didn't get gameplay, but I mean, that game has, both of those games had really tight action. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like having consequences for whoever she chooses to take out.
I just don't expect it to be that Assassin's Creed-y.
Right. Well, she's not going to be running around killing people.
Right.
She's just going to make them tell the truth.
Exactly. You're going to lasso the truth somebody and then you're going to be like, oh, that snitch motherfucker. And then they're going to go and take them out. So what if that's the whole thing? What if the notoriety is just like whoever you hit with the lasso of truth, all of a sudden all of his friends are like out and after him. He's like, well,
it wasn't my fault.
For real.
It was a magic lasso. I couldn't help it.
You rat bastard.
Because I have to ask myself, it's like
snitches get stitched.
That's right.
They do. I like Wonder Woman enough as a character.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know if I care to play a full Wonder Woman game.
Yeah.
I would have to see this gameplay. I'd have to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm holding reservations.
Because, I mean, it's what, martial arts? I mean, that's the thing.
Hopefully optimistic.
You can deflect bullets with your wristbands.
Or cautiously optimistic at this point.
Does she get an invisible jet?
I hope not.
God, please. Yes. And make it like old school where it's
she's
just like when you can
see her sitting down in it.
Yes. Yes. I was so pissed in, Wonder Woman in 1984.
Yeah.
And they introduced the invisible jet, but it was not that.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, really?
What I would expect is that it's more of more like Amazon style,
right? Yeah,
and so like
takes place mostly on Themyscira or whatever.
Yes, yeah. That's what I would anticipate.
That makes sense,
and that could be kind of cool as long as if it's in a modern setting. I'm against it.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah, we have too much of that with Wolverine coming out, with Spider-Man dominating.
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, and so, but it's something like, okay, all right, you think about Wonder Woman, and then you think about Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
Like Suicide Squad looks so fucking good,
and that's Rocksteady, right?
That's Rocksteady.
Yeah,
and it has that same level of polish and energy that Guardians of the Galaxy has. Right.
Yeah.
Like it gives you that same kind of tone. Like when they're sitting there talking shit, and they're just like, I think about superheroes in the Justice League. I think of Superman. I think of the Green Lantern. You wouldn't fuck with him, but Barry, Barry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute. That's the fucking Flash, bro. Like,
exactly. They're trying to hate on the Flash.
Exactly, trying to hate on him the whole time, and then the Flash just shows up and starts whooping his ass. That's right. And it's so funny when Deadshot's sitting there trying to shoot at the Flash, and the Flash is behind him. He's like,
might as well mail the bullets to him.
Well, no, that was from the point blank shot. And he just moved. No, but at one point he's like shooting a sniper rifle. He's just shooting a sniper rifle, and Barry ends up behind him, and he's like, "Did you get him?" He turns and looks like, God damn it.
Flash is clowning on
for real. It's so good, so man. Good. It's so good. And so I don't know how this is going to go, man, because
I'm way more excited about that than I am the Wonder Woman thing.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's going to be a blast.
Got me hyped. Wonder Woman's like,
and
whatever.
What's her name's in Suicide Squad? From Mad TV. Shit, what's her name? She was also in Jedi Fallen Order.
Wait. Who did she play?
Man,
Miss Swan?
Just look up her name. No, not Miss Swan. No, the black lady. You know her. She's fucking hilarious, man.
Wanda Sykes.
No, not Wanda Sykes. She was on Mad TV. She was on Mad TV. Hold on, let me find her name.
Who does she?
I can't remember.
She in the game?
Anybody's. She's
Harley.
No, I can't think of the character's name. She man, let me just look her up.
Man, smoke half next time.
Smoke half. I can't. Let's hold on. It's Deborah Wilson. That's her name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
And Deborah Wilson is.
Looking up stuff. This is what we do when we look up things. Hey! That was your cue, Philip. You were supposed to be ready by then.
I wasn't.
Right.
Well, wasn't it already?
I wasn't ready.
Man, it's not saying who she is. I don't know the fucking name of
it's
her.
Not important.
Skip it. All right. So moving on.
Tunic.
She's in there.
She's in there.
She's in there.
Awesome.
You know. Right. But Suicide Squad does.
She's Amanda Waller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you could have just guessed that,
dude. I can't remember the bitch's name.
You literally could have just guessed that.
Dude, I am so un-DC.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Like,
I'm right there. But it's
I
fresh
know
on my
these
mind
characters
because
adjacently.
of
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Me too, man. But it's because of watching the Suicide Squad movie.
Absolutely.
You know yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think it looks great, and I'm glad to see DC actually getting some like really good games. Like Batman has delivered for a while. Outside of that, it gets a little spotty. Ooh, just like that, it gets a little spotty.
Calm down, DJ.
This is the remix.
Remix.
This is the brand new edition of a song about pissing.
Oh, damn. Man, how you gonna make a song about me peeing?
Nigga, how you moving? I don't know how to deliver it any other way. Really? Anyway, and so no, I'm super hyped for Suicide Squad. Check that out.
Did you watch the thing on Tunic?
I did not.
No.
Okay,
I couldn't find it. It's such like I even tried to look it up on Google and it kept giving me clothes.
Oh,
and I was like,
no, not that. No, different kind of tunic.
Different tunic.
Yep, not an actual.
That sounds
tunic.
like if Michael Jackson was able to have another baby.
He
would have named
Tunic.
it? Named it Tunic.
Blanket and Tunic.
You can't leave now.
I got to.
So you were the only one who knows about this topic.
Okay, so apparently
anyway,
so we're going Zelda with a fox.
That's it. That's all I know.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, moving on. So
P4A Ultima?
Yes,
Ultimax?
Ultimax.
Yeah,
so we've got Persona 4 Arena is coming back after, 8 years?
Oh, I can't wait.
It was on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Dude, I jammed so hard on that game.
It is phenomenal.
It's so good.
It's so good. Teddy's back, baby.
Teddy's back,
baby.
Persona.
And so we're going to get P4A Ultimax. That's going to be 2022.
Can't wait.
Arc System Works is just on a tear right right now.
Oh yeah,
they are dominating the fighting game market, and I'm so happy to see it happening. We also
they deserve it. Yeah.
They totally do. They've worked hard, man.
Absolutely.
They worked hard for a long time and kind of lived in the shadows of a lot of the FGC.
The more popular stuff like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But man, they are coming up, man. They are coming up. Well, they're wrecking.
They're on top right now.
Absolutely.
And I'm interested to see what Capcom's going to do to answer it, because you've got to answer it. Even though Street Fighter fans will always play Street Fighter, it's just a fact.
Yeah, and Street Fighter's okay, but man, there ain't nothing like a fucking like Guilty Gear.
Or anime fighters, man. Anime fighters as a whole, it's a win.
Dude.
DNF looking lit, right?
Exactly.
We're also getting BlazBlue Central Fiction. It has rollback right now. All right, $20.
Central Fiction's rollback's only on Steam right now.
Only on PC.
Yeah, but Crosstag's getting it on PS4.
PS4 as well.
Awesome.
Yes. And so so BBXT also rollback. So let's play some.
I'm hoping they go back to P4A and add a couple more characters. Like it'd be cool if they put Joker from 5 in it. It'd be cool if they'd put like the Digital Devil Saga.
I think that what's going to happen is it's just going to be Ultimax, because Ultimax, the time that Ultimax came out was right at the end of that console generation, and so Ultimax really didn't get the chance to shine that it really kind of deserved. Kind of like Grand Blue Fantasy, right? It just got situationally fucked, and that's unfortunate
because it's a super cool game,
right? Yeah. But I think this is going to be a way to gauge interest. You know what I'm saying? Gauging interest in not only BlazBlue and the BlazBlue franchise, because they stopped selling the mobile BlazBlue. That mobile game that they did that wasn't very good at all. They dropped it from the store, so no more. It's not supported any longer. That's gone. So now we're getting this BlazBlue Central Fiction. We're getting BBXT. We're also getting Persona P4A Ultimax. I think all of this is gauging interest, right? And so I expect, this is my prediction, towards the end of 2022 to either hear about a new BlazBlue or a new Persona, because I would rather them just do a P5A personally. I would just give me Ultimax with rollback netcode. I'll play that game and be fine with it.
Okay.
Then give me a full P5A.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple extra characters. That'd be cool, definitely.
Yeah.
But I just want to know that franchise is going to live.
I don't want them to get rid of any of the Persona 4 characters.
Right.
I want them to just expand
into
other Persona, other Shin Megami series.
So do a Persona Arena?
Persona Arena.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to figure out how to name that, right?
Yeah, that'd be a weird little, because P4A sounds P4AU. That's nice.
It just works. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does. Good. Unlike things like Under Night In-Birth, Late Execution.
I keep looking at that. And I almost want to grab it, but I'm like, this is a dumb name.
No, you would love it. As much as you like Melty, Melty is very Under Night.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Cool. Then I might actually have to check that out.
You would love it.
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they pretty much took the framework that they built with Under Night In-Birth and used it for the new Melty. Which new Melty
rock.
Guys.
Exactly. I think Melty's a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Under Night still has those combos that can get kind of just wild. You can just do some weird shit.
Yeah.
And they have some weird systems as well. But you would really dig it.
Okay.
And you got to meet my boy Byakuya.
Hell yeah.
One thing we didn't have on this list, which I thought was actually worth a mention, the Halo series. The live action.
Live action.
It looked kind of good.
It does actually look kind of good.
It looked kind of good.
Yeah.
I was ready to hate on it, dude. And it started, and I was sitting there watching it. I'm like, holy shit, this might be good.
Yeah.
Now, it sucks that it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
right.
But, man, they had my boy Bokeem Woodbine in there.
Yeah, man.
I was like, Bokeem!
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bokeem in so long. And so,
I mean, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
And I think it's probably a better idea for it to be a series than a movie.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
There's a lot of Halo going on.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I still want to see if they're doing like the whole,
Fall of Reach.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you
I'm
start
sure
from there,
they might touch on that in like flashbacks or whatever.
You think so?
That's the way I would
think it might be the first season.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because
true.
so much happened with all those Spartans. Before we get to the Master Chief.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so much went down.
Yeah.
And they all died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I mean that's
why I'm
thinking
it might be kind of like a
we
B
will
plot
burn
kind
your
of
But
world
have you played
until
Reach?
it turns to glass.
No, I have not
Dude,
played Reach.
see that's the thing, man. Because it's like the way I feel about it is like Reach was very human. You know what I'm saying? It's very much of just that human drama. That would be it would translate easily to television.
Right.
Once we start getting into, Halo itself, then it gets a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
It becomes a little bit more difficult. And I think that Reach, as a story, is a bit more grounded, and it can draw more people into Halo instead of it just being like, okay, yeah, all right, we're on the Pillar of Autumn, and we're going to this ring world. We don't know what that thing is, but we're gonna go there.
And here's the flood.
And here's the flood. It's like, okay,
oh no, flood.
We could, they could take their time with this and milk it for a long time.
Yeah, they could.
They put a lot of money into those costume designs.
Yes, they did.
Jesus Christ.
I did see some images of like Master Chief, and I'm like, man, this actually looks.
Right. Well, I mean, if you ever see, like, if you go to like Dragon Con,
people fucking. That's what I was about to say, man.
They've been clowning on those costumes for a long time.
I bet they just hit up a whole bunch of cosplayers and like, yo, you want bit parts in this shit?
Absolutely. There's like, I get to wear my shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Game on. That's what they should do with a Diablo movie, man. Have you ever seen some of those like Diablo costumes and stuff? Like, they have like just giant costumes. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know how you get in and out of doorways. Like, you have to go into a building and then piece your shit together. Like, it's absolutely mind-numbing what people are doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like leaning on the cosplay community, leaning on the mod community.
Is it kind of like that Megatron at Universal Studios?
Kind of. Yeah. Like that.
Clowns on people.
That's funny.
I've seen some good bumblebees as well. Man.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Solid bumblebees.
Yeah, but they ain't clowning like Megatron.
No.
He'll clown on you.
Not like that. And so we'll see. I think that is all of the. I mean, there's a lot.
There's a lot. I know we missed something.
I'm just gonna run down this list. So we had the Alan Wake 2 teaser. We already talked about Hellblade. Telltale is actually doing The Expanse.
Oh yeah. Totally. Which I didn't watch the show.
The show's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty solid sci-fi show.
Okay.
And so Telltale just. Being Telltale, that's going to be awesome.
They're going to kill it.
They're going to kill it. That's what they do, right? For all those people who haven't played Wolf Among Us, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely play that one. Definitely
that's
check
their
out.
original.
Yeah. Well, it was based on a comic book series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but it's absolutely fascinating. Of course, their Walking Dead series is great. Their Game of Thrones is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So that's going to be really nice. Outside of that, there's Warhammer got Space Marine 2.
Space Marine 2 is looking good.
Yeah. So that's looking lit. Nightingale, I don't even remember what it was, but it looked kind of awesome, but whatever. Dokev, man, look. Okay. Dokev. Dokev is doing some weird shit. Yeah. And it's very interesting because like this video had a very like almost like K-pop vibe to it.
Yeah.
All the kids up there dancing and whatever. And really what they're doing is just showing off their animations and all the different like costume designs for all these characters. And if there's one thing that trailer had, it was charm.
Yeah.
It was charm.
It was styling, man.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
And so I mean I think that's going to be one of those dark horse big name is going to end up being a what is it? Household name.
Yeah.
Right.
Over time,
yeah, totally.
Because every kid's going to want to experience that thing.
Yeah.
And even as a parent sitting there, watching your kid playing, there's so much going on and so much energy that's like this is actually, it's interesting.
I mean, a lot of people are really digging on K-pop nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, it's taking over the world now.
It really is.
Yeah. It's a real deal. And so, Dokev looks sick. If you haven't watched that trailer, definitely do that thing.
There's like a shooter that kind of looks like Doom, like kind of thing, but it's a whole bunch of metal bands contributing to making it. So there's like a collaborative effort by
Valfaris?
No. This is a first person shooter. It really looks like Doom.
Oh, I did see that trailer. I can't
remember the name of
that one.
Yeah, it's Hell something. It's some demon shit.
It's gonna be something evil.
Yeah.
And Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2.
Cool. Dying Light 2 looking sick. And that's coming up soonish too. So I mean, this Game Awards was phenomenal.
Yeah, totally.
It's really, really good. I have to go back and actually watch it from beginning to end and catch all the little bits of
the only other thing I wanted to say about it is that a bunch of people were, before this happened, wondering if Jeff Keighley was going to talk about the shit that's been going on, like with Activision Blizzard and that kind of thing, and he started the fucking show by addressing that and being like, we will not tolerate this kind of shit in our industry.
I love that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Keely, represent.
Yeah, man.
Good on him.
Mm-hmm.
Represent.
Yep.
All right.
So enough stalling, guys.
Oh God,
Let's
we were
get
having such a
into
good
it.
time. It was so
We
enjoyable.
were all having a good time until you showed up.
Until Venom showed up.
Venom. Hey, look, there's Carnage.
something
Carnage. So I guess overall, like, you guys want to give just overall opinion and then just jump into spoilers, because there really isn't a lot to talk about.
Fuck this
here.
movie, man.
Yeah.
See, this
fuck
is a
this
stupid movie.
It's the worst movie.
It's a stupid
Dude,
movie.
I don't know.
I still think that they made Carnage look dope.
Oh no, the Carnage parts.
The
like,
Carnage parts are fucking cool.
yes,
If you
yeah,
could
I
take
don't
those
know,
out
that
and
was really
just
good.
watch those, like,
you know, and there were a few moments that were actually
there's a
kinda
few
funny,
moments that are
you
cool,
know? There are a couple
right?
moments that went.
I kind of
and
like Venom in the Club.
I kind of like. Oh, I love Venom in the Club,
Venom in
and,
the-
and I
that was
kind of
good.
like when Venom went back inside of Eddie, he saw Carnage.
Yeah.
And went back inside. He's like, "Oh, it's a red one." He's
No,
like, "Run."
no, I ain't doing
we gotta
that.
Go. He's like, "We're gonna die."
It's time to die.
It's time to die.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
right.
that's
Kick his ass. No, we're
going to die. You know.
There were some moments that were relatively entertaining,
Yeah.
but
They were
as
all
a
funny.
whole,
Yeah.
that's
it's
it.
just like, yeah.
This is pretty much a superhero bromance comedy,
comedy, buddy movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
He even calls him buddy all the time.
all
Yeah.
the time.
And it's like,
Come on, buddy.
Yeah. My biggest problem is edgy. Oh,
Yeah.
Eddie. It makes me think of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Remember?
that's exactly where I was, yeah. I
for
want
free.
half, Eddie.
I want half, Eddie. Give me half. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? You know, it's like that's all that I heard whenever he's.
It's that same cadence.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
It's-
Eddie. You know, Eddie. Like, God damn it. It's
Well,
so.
Well, and the thing that, and I said this when we talked about the original movie months ago, or maybe even a year ago, at this point, is that just Venom is just not that interesting of a character.
He's a good villain.
Yeah.
He's a good
I think
villain.
he's a great villain.
He,
Yeah.
he can be a good anti-villain, but to base an entire movie and an entire franchise around him, they're just.
I think Venom
really
needs
isn't a
Spider-Man.
lot
He
to draw
does. He
from.
definitely
Yeah.
needs. He's
He
got the
needs
fucking spider on his chest.
Yeah.
He needs Spider-Man, or they have to lean all the way into the darkness that is
right,
Venom.
and they're not. They're
But they
not
made two
willing to do.
PG-13 movies.
That's right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like we've got to lean very heavily into what the symbiote is, what the other symbiotes are, and what they are like, because there are other symbiotes.
Oh,
yeah.
And they are powerful as fuck.
Yeah, they are.
You know, and so that's the only way. It would have to be like, you know, a story that spanned across like a galaxy.
Yeah.
You
A
know,
lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if you try to make something grounded, like, okay, here's Venom on Earth, it's like, that's not interesting.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
without Spidey, no, it's not interesting.
not at all,
Yeah, but,
you know?
but him hunting down Peter Parker the whole time.
right.
All right, now we're talking.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Which, I mean, just to go ahead, spoilers. Right?
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
yeah,
Did
we
you
can
guys
go
watch
into
the
it. Yeah, the scene at
post-credit
the
thing?
end.
We did,
Yeah, I thought that
yeah.
was kind of cool.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
looks at this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but again, it's just like, how are they going to work that in?
You
I
know,
mean, they're
well,
throwing everybody else at Spider-Man right now.
I guess.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly. That-
And-
I think it'd be easy enough to do.
Yeah,
but I think
I do
that
too.
tonally
Yeah.
it would change Venom.
It-
Like the
Easily.
movie can't be what Let There Be Carnage.
No,
was.
it can't be,
not at
It
all.
dude.
can't be that, because even Cletus Cassidy was a joke.
A joke.
I
They
don't-
tried to humanize
Yeah,
this
and I
psycho.
and I love Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, me
Woody
too.
Harrelson-
Right, and so I mean, his performance was fine.
is
It's
fine,
very
yeah.
good, but it's not Cletus Cassidy, right?
Not
and then
really.
he had a love story, and then
They tried to
why
make
they-
natural born
when-
killers out of it in a way.
Exactly.
They
and
tried
then
to,
when they
you
took
know,
her down, why did they not cover up her mouth?
Dude.
I mean, it's just like
What?
you knew that this woman has a superpower that
Yeah.
she really didn't use to great effect.
For that, and I will say that Shriek actually is like her and Cletus Cassidy do have a thing in the comics.
Great.
So,
That was
I mean,
not.
yeah.
That was not
It
a big
doesn't-
deal.
It's
And
not a big deal.
well,
but,
well,
yeah.
and it shouldn't have been the main focus of so much of the movie.
Right.
Like they made
Yeah.
so much of this movie about this estranged love that they've never even really.
Well, even
Just trying to
between
humanize Cletus.
even between
Fuck that.
him and Venom, it's kind of like a paralleled like storyline. The
Right.
A and B plot, the villain's plot, kind of parallels the hero's plot.
But they don't
in a weird way.
They
Right.
don't let you think about any of it. They tell you the stuff you're supposed to think.
Right.
The beat for beat what happens in this movie doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right.
Like there's so much going on.
Venom keeps jumping from host to host to host.
There's got to be a lot on the cutting room floor.
There's a lot on the cutting room floor because this movie is choppy as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
It really is.
There were moments, especially in the very end fight scene, where it's just like, whoa, how did we actually get to this point? You know, why did this need to happen?
Yeah, totally.
And it just kind of jumped from point to point to point without any kind of through line in it. It's just, you know, trying to get it end it as quickly as possible.
I wanted it to end as quickly as possible.
I mean, it is a merciful only an hour and 30 minutes.
That's right.
Hour 37, but still, man. Like, within the first like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm playing Final Fantasy while I'm watching this movie. So I'm doing my roulettes and I'm watching this movie. And the whole time I was just like, God damn it, man. You know, I'm just looking, I'm shaking in my head. I'm just like, oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting worse. You know, and it just kept getting worse. And it's like the whole time how they're having like their little infights, their little spats
their little
and everything.
tiffs.
Little lovers
I
quarrels.
did think the whole chicken's named Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and
That
Cher.
was
Awesome.
pretty
Yeah.
funny. Sonny and Cher are friends.
He's not gonna eat the chicken.
He's not gonna eat the chicken.
I did also appreciate the fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Bite his head off.
Yeah.
I was kind of with that, but
that should have been like all of it,
right?
You know what
right?
I mean?
You know, because
Like,
we lose the brutality that is Venom.
Yeah.
You know, Venom is a
and
joke.
Carnage.
Yeah.
Venom becomes a joke.
Carnage.
Venom.
Carnage did some
loses
work.
all of his threat when he turns into a fucking tornado. I'm sorry. At that point, I was just like, fuck
Not
this.
only that, but when he turns into a tornado in a prison,
In a prison.
I'm like,
all
how
the
do you not
prisoners
kill
start
all the
cheering
prisoners?
for
Yeah,
it.
they're all
Yeah.
Well, they're cheering, and then he turns into the tornado.
like they knew that was Cletus.
Right,
They don't fuck. This
exactly.
shit just happened in
I
a
think
room
they were
over
just
here.
freaking the
They-
fuck
they-
out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, I
like, what
think
the
they were
fuck is that
cheering
thing?
Because in this
He
doesn't
killed
make
the warden?
because
Of course,
he's killing
yeah.
well because he's killing all the guards and none
Yeah.
of them, which doesn't
He
make
was
any sense.
breaking them out.
Yeah.
He was breaking them out one by
Yeah.
one, and so. But then it's like the whole thing with like Cletus Cassidy biting Eddie Brock, and nobody thought for a second like, oh shit, like that's. And especially when he's like, I've tasted blood, and that ain't it.
Yeah, for real.
That
He
ain't
didn't
it.
think-
Eddie
yeah.
Brock, there's something. He's got a secret, you know. And it's just like, okay, so Venom didn't think like, oh shit, he just took a chunk of me, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Eddie didn't think like, I just got bitten by this motherfucker. I might want to get this checked out. You know, like, for real, like, that ain't okay.
You know, he's got rabies.
No,
man.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's not cool. You know, I've seen this dude, his scribbling on the wall. They didn't give him pencils or pen. He wrote that in feces. You know, like, you just never really know.
They did totally do that shorthand for like look, he wrote shit all over the walls. He's obviously crazy.
Yeah.
And everything feels that way. Like they don't leave any room for like audience thought. It's really it's just we're gonna tell you what to think. We're gonna move on to the next thing, and it's the most basic thing to get to the next plot point. Nothing's deep in this movie.
Right.
Nothing's terribly interesting. It has some beats that are fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, had I actually gone to the theater to watch that movie, I would have fallen asleep.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would have definitely fallen asleep.
I would have
There's
never
no
gone to the
question.
theater for this movie.
Right, well, I mean, there's that, but if I have to put myself in there, you know, I just think about these things. I wouldn't have made it.
No.
No, not
I
at all.
wouldn't
And napping.
Absolutely.
But
dude.
seriously, the Venom at the party was pretty dope.
Yeah,
That was funny.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, when he
My-
takes the mic.
Drop,
mic
mic drop.
you know? We should be free to be who we want to be.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
That's so funny shit.
yeah. That movie
I think
is
that's
trash.
really the
That
only
movie's
redeeming.
pretty fucking trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really the only redeeming quality of this movie is that there are some funny moments.
There's some funny moments.
That's really it. Everything else is just kind of mediocre, man. It's just kind of like, you know,
liked
it's,
the
it's
first
a
one better.
popcorn movie, man.
Yeah.
I think the first
totally.
one was better.
It's an excuse to watch a movie. Like
Yeah.
if you just
Pretty
want
much.
some superhero shit, then here you go.
I mean, I bet if you're, like in middle school, this movie's probably great.
I don't know. I feel like I would have judged it pretty critically. Like
I guess I'm
I
thinking
mean,
kids
maybe.
nowadays.
Yeah, well,
Not
they've
when
got
we
so
had
many
Venom
better
comics.
options, you know,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause that's the
thing.
problem,
is
That
that we
is
had
the
Venom
problem.
comics.
Yeah,
Everybody has so
Yeah.
much better options
Yeah,
at this
seriously.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and I
really
mean,
true.
if you compare this to any of the other, I mean, hell, just think about it this way: Sony has this and Spider-Man going for them, right? this doesn't even compare to these Spider-Man movies.
No,
this
not
isn't
at all.
anywhere near the quality of the Spider-Man films.
Yeah,
you know.
And I think that it was also kind of poorly acted due to the fact that it does become like Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's just
talking to
it
no
up,
one,
dude.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he's acting against nothing, and so a lot of it falls very, very flat.
Seriously,
you know. And then I swear, Venom is just a whiny little bitch. Like he is constantly just complaining and just like, oh, let me eat him, Eddie.
Please let me eat him.
Eddie.
You don't let me do anything.
Let me do you know, it's like, dude, like.
And then they
he's
break
not
up.
Terrifying. Yeah, right. He's not scared. Oh, dude, and Eddie's like, bet.
Yeah,
whatever,
finally, I can
Get your
clean my
fucking-
apartment.
Your
know,
voice out of my head.
You know,
Right.
it was so funny, like the way that he forced them to forced Eddie to talk to Anne.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
totally.
but he
Yeah.
was actually talking to Venom.
Oh, yeah.
Through
The whole-
Anne.
yeah,
You know, the
yeah.
whole time, but it's like saying the things that he should have said to Anne and blah
Yeah.
blah. It was
Right. Yeah.
Like that could have been cool. You know, her little husband.
That was
Yeah.
kind of clever.
Yeah.
You know, but I
kind
mean,
of, yeah.
again, it's just one of those things. It's just like good intentions stop where execution begins,
Yeah,
and
facts.
and it's just the execution is just kind of weak.
All right.
You
So how it looked?
It looked good.
I mean, we're getting
Like,
to a
Carnage-
point now
Carnage
where
looked
most
fucking
of
awesome.
these movies
Yes.
are just gonna look good. I
Yeah,
mean, you
but-
throw
but
enough
it-
money at a movie, it's going to look okay.
But if we're just taking it from because I mean, I see what you're saying about graphics and technology and stuff,
Right.
but if you're just thinking about it from an art direction standpoint, I think the way they made Carnage look when he's fucking full flipping out, other than the tornado sequence.
Well,
Yeah, that
no,
was
the
garbage.
tornado sequence and the sequence where he grabs Anne out of the casket.
oh yeah,
And that was
Yeah.
bad.
That was bad.
It
That's
was
real bad.
really bad.
yeah, but when he first is breaking out of the chamber and everything
yeah.
at the beginning, dude, that's
was
that's what I
wild.
wanted.
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
I needed more of that though,
Yeah.
you know, and I like the way it kind of grew out of him with all the little,
Little
tiny
tendrils.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit looks good.
Yeah.
You know, so fine, I guess.
Yeah, the CG's great.
Yeah.
CG's
the
great.
CG's really, really good.
cinematography's okay.
It's
Yeah.
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 It's whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, how it sound?
I like Eddie's voice. I mean, I like Venom's
I-
voice.
I don't know how I feel about.
I like Venom's voice.
I
Just
like
because
it
of what
enough.
he's saying sucks doesn't mean that he sounds
okay,
bad.
yeah, true.
Right.
right,
know what I
right.
mean?
You know,
Carnage
'cause I keep
sounds
thinking
good.
about like
Carnage sounds good,
NBC,
too.
like
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom, and we are Venom.
Exactly,
You
dude.
know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
He needed to hit the splash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
You know, I would have liked to have seen more of that because it
Yeah.
was just like those fights did really devolve into more like wrestling matches.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's like,
Well,
no,
I think they were
Venom is
trying
way
to
more creative.
avoid what they ended up falling into with the first movie, which is just like two tendrily
blobs at
two
each
blobs literally
But
just smacking
that's-
into each
yeah,
other.
that's
They were
cool.
yeah.
I
That's
liked
cool.
that in the first movie.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never know what. I mean, you can get creative with that. You can get
True.
really, really creative. But this instead, like when they had that quintessential Carnage against the stained glass behind him, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
all right, that looks cool, but why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this again?
For the
You know?
trailer.
And then did
Yeah, really.
did Shriek die under that bell? Because the
I
bell was
guess.
actually
Oh,
I think so.
yeah.
it would
I
have
don't know.
fallen, and because they ripped the what are they? There's actually a name for that thing. What do they call it? Is it the tongue?
dangle?
It's a knocker.
I don't know if
It's
it's,
a
called
knocker.
right. I think is it the tongue? No, there's actually a name for that thing. I forgot
I
what
don't
it was.
know.
But they ripped that thing out, you know, and
Yeah.
so it would have just been like a cone on top of her.
Essentially. Well, I
should've
mean,
just
if
been
no one
fine.
moves it after a while, she's definitely dead.
Yeah.
You
What are you
know?
gonna do? Scream?
Exactly.
Yeah. That'll.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
It sounds fine.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's it. I think we could answer every one of these questions with,
fine.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
How it people?
Poorly.
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 Yeah,
People
poorly.
horribly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
like
something
real
we
bad.
didn't. Something we didn't mention. So the cop guy is apparently toxin.
Yeah, he's gonna be toxic.
He's gonna be toxin.
Oh,
Right, so
really?
here we go.
Yeah, that's why his eyes go blue.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be toxin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Where-
care.
where do I know that cop guy from?
You know, okay, so here's what's gonna
That's
happen.
who that cop guy is. That's fucking Tommy from Snatch. That's
Yeah.
who that is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
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 I just
Yeah.
realized that
So
shit.
I mean, with
Uh-huh.
him becoming toxin, that tells us exactly what this next Venom movie is going to be
Yeah.
about. He's going to start off trying to hunt down Peter Parker, end up finding Peter Parker, but then finding that there's a greater threat, working together with him to stop toxin. Roll credits.
Well, Toxin's
seen
kind
the
of
movie,
an
guys.
anti-hero in the comic books the same way Venom is, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they might end up joining forces to fight an even bigger symbiote.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean,
if you're going to go all out, man.
Yeah.
Bring Scream in, you know?
And then have Shocker in there just to mix it up.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Jesus. You know, but see, what happens if they're like, okay, here's Miles Morales, and all of a sudden, none of these symbiotes matter.
They're fucked.
You know,
They're fucked,
all of them are equally fucked. You know, it's like Peter's like, oh God, this is a problem. Let me go holler. I'm gonna go down to Brooklyn real quick. I'm gonna go holler at my dude Miles. You know, and we're gonna have all this sorted out real quick.
You know?
I was just like, but I'm still in school.
He's like, for real.
Can you wait until after 3?
This will take 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it'll take
it
5
won't
minutes,
take long at all. Just tell your teacher you need to go to the bathroom. You'll be in and out.
You'll be in and out. All right.
Yeah, but I've already said that 5 times. I can't get back. I can't get a pass
seen
again.
Gwen?
Yeah.
She keeps showing up.
Gwen Stacy.
Oh, Gwen Stacy.
Yes, ma'am.
How it feel?
Bad. Slimy.
Abysmal.
Yeah, not good.
Nauseating.
Yeah, there you
I mean,
go.
it's fine.
Boring.
Again, I can answer every one of these questions with just like,
It's definitely sleepy. Yeah. Watch this one earlier in the day if you're gonna watch it.
Hey, that's what I did.
With friends and make a drinking game out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a good drinking game movie.
This would be a good movie to watch with friends just so you could rip on it.
Oh yeah,
totally.
Mystery Science Theater, that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I did try to watch that last night. I don't think I got maybe 5 minutes in and I was already out.
Wait, you trying to watch it again?
I had to watch for the first time last night as I was going to sleep. I laid down. I was like, I'll get as far as I can. 5 minutes in,
done.
Oh, so you watched it today?
I watched it this morning.
I'm so sorry. That means that
so
the
that
wounds
shit
are
is
fresh. You know,
those are some fresh wounds.
I watched this like a week ago.
Really? Yeah. I watched it over the course of 2 days.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I broke it up.
Oh yeah, just split it.
I got to a point where I'm like, no more.
Man.
Especially with the Game Awards and everything too. I was like,
yeah.
that is way more interesting. God.
And Endwalker, so it's just like,
I
got better things I could be doing.
So much better. How it do?
It don't.
It don't do. It does not do.
Doesn't do.
Man, you know what I think? Marvel has a problem, and I know this isn't. I mean,
because they want money.
It's not that problem. Different problem. Because I think they'd make more money if they didn't do this thing.
Well, this is Sony, man. They're really
really
trying to find their own franchise.
But it's in this umbrella.
Yeah.
It's still in the umbrella.
It's in the Marvel umbrella.
And Marvel has a consistent issue with all of their movies. Okay, they have a consistent problem. They fucking kill the bad guy. They don't put him in jail.
Yeah.
Right.
They fucking kill the bad guy. There's no more Red Skull. There's no more Killmonger. There's no more Hela. There's no more Carnage. There's no more. So now who's the? Come on, everybody dies.
Right.
Thanos is dead. Fucking, they're gonna kill fucking
alternate timelines, bro. That's always the
that's
work
all
around.
they can do at this point.
Always
They're
the work around.
bringing them back,
and they're already seeing the multiverse.
My issue with Marvel movies as a whole is that ever since Guardians, everyone has kind of tried to change their
quip.
That's the formula now.
It's just nothing but
and,
quips the whole
right,
time.
It's like Thor Ragnarok. People herald that as like the best Marvel movie ever,
man, no.
And I'm like, I do not agree.
I think it's a fun movie.
It's really
it's a fun movie, but Thor's not a fun character.
No,
and so that's the thing. And at some point, it's just that old man in me that has these, superheroes on this pedestal. I have them built up in a certain way.
They made Asgard a joke, dude.
They made it a complete joke. And it's like at some point I have
they
to
made
understand
Thor a joke in
these
fucking
movies
Endgame.
aren't made for us.
They're not.
They're not. Not at this point.
They're not. It's not. We're not the target market. We're not the target demographic.
I think I think we can still expect to see some good that to come out of this. Like comic book movies have just as a whole have never been better.
I think Suicide Squad.
Spider-Man's badass.
Right.
Spider-Man's still good.
Yeah, this new Spider-Man shit.
Yeah.
Actually, almost every Spider-Man thing they've done since the Amazing Spider-Mans has been fucking phenomenal.
I feel like really it's DC that's going to have to push Marvel to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And
DC's actually starting to
That's what I'm saying.
They're letting
exactly.
They're letting their characters breathe.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly, and they're having fun with it. You know,
Finally.
at the same time, right? You know, it's like everything isn't just so dark and brooding and awful.
Wait, did nobody check to see if he could swim first?
Right? Oh, dude, I think of Weasel. I think of Weasel all the time, dude. Like I'll be at work. I don't know
He's
why.
sitting there just twitching.
For real.
Is he okay?
Killed him immediately. Dude, I think about him all the time. I'm just like, poor Weasel, man. You know, Weasel.
That was such a good movie.
But I think that's what's it's important, man, because like it's just like EA, right?
I think
like
DC knows how to treat their villains, though.
Absolutely, you know? Because everybody's kind of a villain in DC.
True.
Even the good guys.
Even the good guys, yeah, a little villainous. Have either of you watched the Injustice anime or not anime, but cartoon?
No, I haven't.
No,
we need to
not
check
yet.
that out.
Ooh,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be worth it. But I do think that like having that competition is very important.
Yeah.
You know, like I was saying, it's like EA with Madden.
Yeah.
You know, once they didn't have competition anymore from NFL 2K,
They could just crank them out and not
Exactly.
worry about it.
Yep.
You're right.
It's the same thing with Call of Duty right now.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, just keep turning that crank, and we're gonna make money.
Yeah.
And it's starting to not work.
Right. Well, I think at this point the movies are kind of on a down slope. Now, hopefully they can tick it back up with, you know, but I just don't like. There's nothing pushing the cinematic universe forward as far as like, because before we had, you know, the lead up to Infinity War, and a lot of people are expecting that we're leading up to Secret War now, which would be interesting. I'd be down with that. I want to see that, but I mean, there's just not the hype that there was before,
especially because they already touched on Civil War as well.
Right,
like,
they've already done Civil War. They're probably doing a Civil War too.
Yeah.
And like I think it's gonna shift. I think you're gonna get the more quality stuff on the TV side.
Man,
I think TV. You know? I think gaming, man.
Gaming and TV. I mean, it's gonna like as far as Marvel go. I think it's gonna be less. Not that the movies won't be good. I just don't think that they're. I think they're splitting their focus a little much at this point. And you know, again, I think you're gonna end up getting better quality stuff and more worth your time shit from Marvel at this point on the streaming TV side.
They are. They're totally like scattershotting all across like Marvel's different IPs. You know what I'm saying? Like
totally.
With we got Morbius coming out.
Morbius looks pretty good.
Which actually looks kind of
Sony.
cool. You know, that looks really cool. I thought it looked interesting. What's the other one? There's one more. There's Michael Morbius and whatever. I think that there's a chance.
Show
you know, right. But it's like they're trying to just see what lands.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and so there's going to be a lot of trash to wade through.
I'm waiting to see this fucking Fantastic Four and X-Men stuff though, because that's on the horizon. You know,
I'm
Fantastic Four
I'm
first.
hyped for Blade.
Right, New Blade.
New Blade.
You know?
There we are. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
New Blade. And so like there are a lot of they're just hitting every direction, and I kind of wish that they wouldn't. Moon Knight. That's what I was thinking.
Moon
Oh
Knight,
yeah, Moon
we
Knight.
got Moon Knight coming as well.
Yeah.
Moon Knight looks dope.
So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting because they're gonna be doing so much.
Right.
Do you guys think X-Men should be a series rather than a movie? Like
Yes.
that would probably work out for
yeah.
it better, huh?
I would like that a lot better.
I would prefer seeing like,
At
Professor Xavier actually meeting each one of them individually,
Yeah.
giving them their own
Totally.
individual stories, and then tying it all together. You know, towards the end of that, it should definitely be. I
think you're gonna see mutants scattered throughout the MCU before we get anything as far as X-Men.
I actually, hey, mark my words.
Know
I almost
they can wait
guarantee that they will introduce the X-Men through Spider-Man.
Probably.
I'd say more
That'd be
Fantastic Four.
Nah, man, Spider-Man. He's gonna start flipping out, turning into the
and
man spider
gonna have
thing,
to go see
and he's gonna have to go see
Professor X.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's really where I think they're gonna go with this.
That'd be smart because I mean, at some point, because they're saving it, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like okay, that
well, they're gonna
we
have
can't
to.
fuck that up.
They got a lot of
Yeah.
questions they have to ask themselves before they can really jump into the X-Men. At this
It's like
point.
what
Yeah,
era
like-
of X-Men do we want to?
Is Glenn Danzig too old to be Wolverine?
Right. Oh God, I've always wanted it my whole life, dude. Just give me one, or give me like in the X-Men movie or show, whatever.
Yeah.
Just have maybe them watching an X-Men movie or show where Glenn Danzig. 'Cause maybe we might not want him for the whole ride.
Right.
We just want to see it.
He was there. Oh my god!
You know,
if you had actual Wolverine watching the Wolverine show that is Glenn Danzig as him, and he's like, I don't look anything like that guy.
I fucking hate that guy.
Why don't you cry to your mommy, bud?
Why don't you cry to your mother?
I don't act like that. I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch.
Nice.
All right. On that note, Tandy.
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 What's Tandy got
Tandy,
to say?
look. Okay. Don't you do it. I know Tandy's gonna be like, please, definitely. Tandy's about to say definitely for the first time ever.
Yo, Tandy.
Oh Lord.
Do you think people should watch this Venom movie? Venom something Carnage.
Something Carnage. Venom.
Let's
Hey boys, we got Carnage.
Why not?
Oh.
This man said, "Why
He's
not?"
just completely indifferent.
God.
Thank you, Tandy.
We gave you so many reasons to not watch this movie, and Tandy's just like,
whatever.
Why not?
You can waste your fucking time. I don't care. I'm an executive.
That is very much like an executive director.
If you just don't have
Why not?
I'll say this. Okay, Tandy, if you have nothing better to do and you don't have to spend money on it, why not?
You know? There are other things to watch.
I mean, there are other things to watch. Shit, I gave you 2 suggestions at the top of this episode. Go watch those. I had to pull myself away from one of those shows to watch this. And
I meant to say this. I meant to say this last week because you didn't. But did you know when he called me about 8-Bit Christmas, he actually said he thought Black Widow was better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn, dude. I'm so glad you didn't say that last week.
So do you think Black Widow is better than Venom? No, sorry.
No.
I'd rather watch this than Black Widow.
No,
Damn, Scott,
really.
man, I would have torn your ass apart. Boy, you know,
Well,
I'm kind of hot about it right now.
Like
but
I
if you would have
said,
caught me last
at
week,
the episode, that's what counts because that's
boy.
what's actually on record.
I don't know.
I softened on that movie.
He's
at a
charging up
second
Vlad
watch.
for you right now.
man, right now.
Okay,
Full
go.
ice form. We're not even going fire.
Let's go. I'll pull
Full
my
ice.
I'll pull my marshmallow out, man.
Let's
go.
I'm gonna roast that marshmallow. Look, I can't. Ooh, Scott. Ooh, we got hell to pay for this one, boy. There's no fucking way 8-Bit Christmas is worse than Black Widow.
That was on my first viewing. The second movie viewing was better.
There is
this
no
isn't
way.
even worse than Black
Widow. No, Black Widow's still worse.
I'd rather watch this again than Black Widow.
Absolutely. I'll
I'd rather watch
Tandy.
season 8 of Game of Thrones again than
Black Widow.
Yeah, or this.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you guys so much.
Some people just don't have good
in the
taste.
chat.
Some you can't do. You
Look,
can't help them. Can't save them.
Before you can have bad taste, you must first have
taste.
no taste.
Oh,
okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh
Giga.
man, but thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out.
Thanks for the new subs.
Thank you
Indeed.
for the new
Absolutely.
subs.
Thanks for hanging out, Advent.
It's unfortunate somebody just joined. You're gonna watch the stream.
Go back. It'll
all
be
be
there.
there.
It's all over in many places on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iTunes. Did I already say iTunes? Fuck it, I'll say it twice. Anyways, we're everywhere and everywhere.
Absolutely, and thank you, Advent. All right, make sure you
Thank you,
tune
guys.
in. Thank you for chiming in and talking to us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's
absolutely. That was
awesome.
great.
You know, we definitely invite everyone to pitch in, tell us your thoughts, tell us your
Yeah,
opinions.
if you're here
your
while we're
ideas.
live, please get in the chat.
Absolutely.
Please
Great.
do.
Yeah.
And like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you know of anybody that would enjoy this show, please let them know. We are
need
very close to
4
making
more
affiliate.
followers.
4 more, guys.
Almost
please.
there.
Tell your
So,
friends.
tell your friends. Tell your dog. Tell your dog's dog.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
What are we doing next week? Do we know yet?
Don't know.
Don't know yet.
We'll tell you later.
Do something.
Yeah, but later tonight, are we gonna? We skipped last week because of Endwalker, but are we
skipping
Are we
tonight?
postcasting?
We can not postcast. What do you?
I don't know.
What's
What
your
do you
schedule?
think? What do you think, Trey? It's all on you now.
It's on you.
Here's the problem, right? The problem is getting into Endwalker is such a trial by itself.
Right.
We call it Login Ultimate, right? some people call it Login Savage, right? But no Savage content is this difficult, all right? I run Savage. This is Ultimate content. And so once you get through login ultimate, the last thing you want to do is let it go. You know, because you can't just. And if you go AFK for 30 minutes, you're booted out. And if you're booted out, you're not playing the game for the rest of the night. Like so it becomes like this might be the last weekend that I have to dedicate to it.
Yeah,
I got you.
Well, why don't we skip tonight too?
And so we'll pick
it back up next week.
Yeah, because I should be done with the MSQ by then, and then I'll be in position where I don't have to worry. Because right now I have to try to avoid spoilers.
I got you.
You know, and it's a dangerous game because people they get excited, dude. Yeah. They just want to talk about it, and I get that, and it's just like.
At least you have a respectful
we're not doing it tonight,
crowd,
but just so people know, we usually do a post cast, usually around 12, 1 o'clock, later in the night. We get together, we throw hands, play. We'll either
We've
play
been playing Melty.
Yeah, we'll melt.
More than likely, we'll melt most of the time. But we, playing some fighter games, play a few shooters, stuff like that, and just kind of get together, get in the chat, and kind of, just kind of talk and hang out for a bit.
Have a good time.
So yeah. So not tonight, but next week.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, man.
It's all good.
I got to walk to the end. Boots on the moon.
But next week, we will definitely be
Boots on the moon.
Doing the post.
Have y'all ever seen that Space Force show?
No.
Please watch it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
But anyways, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Peace.